I started recording.
Yeah, same.
Alright, now
So,
start streaming.
Okay.
That's different, it's fine. Okie doke.
Easy.
We're live. Oh yeah, I forgot to change the shit. Damn it, it's fine.
Does this
It's
still
fine.
say you're playing Chain of Memories?
This
Yeah.
always happens.
Cool.
Every single week. Hello, everyone.
Podcasts.
Welcome to episode 3 of the Tokusatsu Hyper Cast Off. We didn't do last week because
Everyone had problems.
Everyone was dead.
So this will be
We all died.
this is episode 3. We already can't keep to our schedule, and it's not even been 10 episodes yet, but it's
been
fine.
2.
Yeah, it's been 2 episodes, so...
The 2 episodes, life already reared its head on all of us.
Yeah.
But don't worry about it, we'll probably be able to keep up from here on out.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Alrighty then. So the first thing to talk about on today's schedule.
Shouldn't we at least shouldn't we say our name in case there's new viewers?
Yeah.
Introductions. Who
You go.
Rose.
I'm Rose. If you want to know more about, if you want to hear longer introductions, just listen to the previous episodes.
I'm Suraku Fett. Ditto.
Next.
Yo, it's Sano. Yep, same thing here.
It's me, Army Tree, just, same thing.
So,
And I,
okay, now
I
we
am
can
your
do.
host, the Dreamcast. I
Yeah.
was very tired and sleepy because I just woke up.
Aww.
We just sleepy
The
boy.
lazy bones.
Yes.
From 1
Okay,
p.m.
We were all in here, and he said, "I'm zooming." XOMING, whatever that means.
It means I'm coming.
Sure.
I'm coming. Anyway,
You're cross coming.
you know, cross counter. It's like
Can't escape from crossing fate.
It's like Ruby the fighting game where they cross fate and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Ruby the fighting kid. There's like 4 of them in it.
All the rubies.
All of
Ruby,
them.
Yeah.
her sister Ruby, her cousin Ruby, and her
Useless
long-lost twin
lesbian
sister Ruby.
And also some BlazBlue motherfuckers. Who cares?
And Persona Boys.
And some personas.
Some
When are they gonna
And
add?
some
When are they
people
gonna add
from
Mina to the
something called
Persona 4 fighting?
When are they gonna add Guilty Gear to cross tag?
Never.
These YouTubers are pretending they're dying. That's a 17-minute video that I'm tempted to watch.
Can we? Okay, so we have a thing to talk about now.
Yes.
We have
We've
things.
spent long enough rambling.
Yay!
I
Thank
had.
you.
Yay!
I did a thing this week over the weekend.
Somebody's actually watching?
I guess. Yeah. Somebody.
Oh
follows me.
shit. Okay.
Hello, person
Hello.
who is watching.
One
This is
person.
gonna be great for the recorded
This
version.
It's
Free-
Wow.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about Zi-O now. So we missed last week's podcast episode, so we're gonna have to talk about Zi-O episode 3 before we talk about episode 4.
Yeah.
So
Zi-O episode 3. Dead inside gamer Emu.
yeah,
Returns
they
from the
teased
ether.
Emu the whole episode, and then only right at the end did they actually go, "Hey, here's
Here's
Emu.
Dr. Emu Hojo.
Yeah.
Your
AKA
favorite,
Kamen Rider
here's your
XA.
favorite Kamen Rider in the past 5 years.
And the first thing he does on screen is just punch both of them in the face.
yeah."
Like we don't know. So the episode starts off with a whole bunch of wacky hijinks, but because Geiz and
Tsukiyomi live with
Tsukiyomi
Sogo.
are living
Only
and
are
are
like
going
Sogo.
to high school with him.
and they're wearing his school uniform, but
Underneath-
like so Tsukiyomi's still wearing her cape and Gates is still wearing his weird vest.
His baby
His
harness.
tactical-
Tsukiyomi's like
His
really works with everything she wears.
His tactical
Yeah.
bib.
Meanwhile, Gates is just like, no, I have to wear this hood. I have
Yeah.
to.
Well, I mean, both of them are like, I have to wear this, but like, Tsukuyomi works it.
Yeah, and Gates doesn't.
Yeah.
But we love him.
And,
So
Special boy.
the thing about the Gates and Tsukuyomi is that yes, they are going to Sogo's high school now, but they aren't going to any of the classes or anything. They're just
They're
going to
just
fight.
following Sogo around.
And if that's
Or
So
waiting for
that's-
everywhere
Sogo
he
to be
goes,
there.
including the shitter.
Yeah. if
Also, they fall for the oldest fucking trick in the book. Of,
Look,
hey,
over
you over
there."
there?
yeah,
He doesn't
I mean,
even
but
say
what-
what's over there. He just
They
says,
are
"Hey,
fucking-
I
look
have
over there."
chosen, and I choose. What in the world could that be?
yeah,
But- The best
So-
thing is they probably never had to deal with something like that because of the
Yeah.
future they're from.
yeah. So like basic shit like that. they
Nobody
wouldn't
would lie about things
So-
like that in the future they're from.
So I'm fine with the high school shenanigans thing because of the fact the setup is that and not just, oh, the future kids are going to high school, they've transferred to Sogo's class. Nah,
Oh,
No,
they don't-
they're
they're
just
spying
hanging
on-
around, trying and failing to be inconspicuous.
yeah,
Oh, they're in
great.
history class and they're predicting the future. Uh-oh!
yeah, it's none of that, it's just
They're just
Oh,
watching him from
another-
afar.
them being weirdos.
Which
yeah.
the best part of them watching from afar is when like Tsukiyomi's standing behind a tree and Gates is holding up her cloak in front of his.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so good.
Also, apparently,
Peeking
the
out
earlier
behind
follower was just Sota, but this one is actually we did get another follower apparently.
Yay!
Oh.
Yay.
Other person.
Yay.
So, so then after that, Sogo goes and finally find a quiet place to eat dinner in the gym, like What
The
was it called? What do you guys
locker room.
call it?
It's a storage room.
Storage room. Thank you. Yeah. And
You-
his friend
you don't
is
know what a storage
playing.
room is, Rose?
No, I thought there was maybe like a term
A
for it.
specific name?
She thought there was an
Yeah.
American term for it. No. It's
Yes.
a room.
Figures.
So they so there's Sogo's friend, he's a gamer, and then fucking another XA just appears and wrecks his shit, like, and then just disappears in the time it takes Sogo to transform. I'm glad that Gates and Tsukiyomi, when they ran in, didn't like immediately assume Sogo had done something and like what happened. He's like, yeah, it was another rider, and they're like, yeah, okay. Like, despite the fact that Sogo
is transformed, leaning over a.
Yeah, they.
Now, if it was an
person.
Inoue story, Gates
It-
would already be
Gates
attached.
would-
Yeah, he'd already
Gates
be
would have
trying to
just-
kill.
Fucking.
Regardless of whether or not Sogo.
But no, even with who Sogo is in the future, Gates and Tsukiyomi are willing to listen to him, which is a good thing.
We
Because he
want
isn't
to
evil
talk
yet.
to-
They
Which I
want.
just think, which it would have still been funny if Gates was just like, "Oh no, he's attacking somebody already! I'm gonna kill him now!"
I can't
No,
believe you're
I-
already Zi-O. You're dressed like him. You look like him. I can't. You're practically the
speak
same
like
person.
him.
Now
like
you're
you-
standing
almost
over
like
a
you are
dead
him.
body.
You're practically the same person.
I knew I couldn't trust you.
Yeah.
Not that I trusted you in the first place, because I totally
Fusaka!
don't like.
Honore.
We'll
You
get
know
to that in a minute.
So then.
So
Episode
then
goes
they're
on, they're like, "Ooh, this unbeatable game," and Sogo's just. So it turns out Sogo is shit at video
Sogo
games
sucks
as well.
at video
And
games.
it's-
So it,
Sucks at physics.
He sucks at
Yeah.
everything.
He
I
sucks
hope-
at everything the main writers are good at.
so is Sogo going to be bad at like space-related stuff, or is he going to be bad at making friends?
Probably space-related stuff.
Well,
Maybe
considering
it's
his,
astronomy. He'll be bad at astronomy.
well, I mean, considering how he acts with all like, "Oh, I'm totally gonna be a king," I'm pretty sure we already know he's bad at making friends.
You got
Yeah.
He's pretty shit
That's
at that.
Good
He's
point.
Yeah,
good at
the-
being
the
tolerable,
two
but nobody wants
closest
to be his
The
friend.
two closest characters he has to friends are two people from the future who may or may not,
I'll
who
be trying to kill him.
you know,
Yeah.
What
go,
is
go
The
back
only
and
people
forth
that-
on whether they're trying to
Trying to
kill him
kill
or not.
And the only other people that he's interacted with are like his uncle.
And also some
couple-
other people from high
and-
school who just kind of
Yeah.
seem to tolerate him.
Yeah, who are just like, man, come on, you can't be doing this.
Yeah, they're like, you need to calm down with this king thing.
Nobody,
And also-
nobody does the king thing anymore. So go.
We're like adults. We're like
Yeah.
also, a guy from the future who totally wants to suck his dick.
Oh yeah,
No.
was too.
And yeah, well, he
One of
doesn't
the
really get to.
theories
He
is
doesn't
that
really
Gates is
get
his
to
son,
interact.
So like,
Was was fun.
Has the classic problem of nothing ever jumped out at him on career day.
Yeah. Well, something did jump out at him on career day. It just wasn't one of the careers. It was there was a picture of a crown in the room, and he was like,
And he
"Oh,
went,
I want to be that.
wow."
And this is career day. There was fucking.
And that's how Sogo created Bowsat.
Shut up! I was
we'll
about
get
to
that
make
later.
that
We'll get
joke,
to that later.
bastard.
We need to get to that later. We're talking.
So,
we got
yeah, that's for
track.
post.
We got 2 episodes.
Post Kamen Rider stuff.
Yeah. So then was had a good scene.
Where he shows up.
Where
Yeah, he shows up.
Sogo totally.
Oh, you forgot that they're like, we have to find somebody who's really good at video games.
We have to find
Oh,
a
yeah.
real gamer.
The real
But
legendary.
first he's
Oh,
like,
the
"Tsukiyomi, are you
legendary.
good at video
The
games?" And Tsukiyomi's
Tensai
like,
gamer
"Yeah, but
M.
Yeah, we got a couple cameos from some Toku Twitter
other
people.
American
bigger-
thing.
some-
personalities.
Yeah.
Some bigger Toku nerds than us.
Yeah. Ika Devil and I don't remember the name of the other guy.
But we forgot to mention when Sogo's like, "Okay, we need to find a good gamer. Tsukiyomi, are you any good at video games?" And she's like, "Yeah, but not like these stupid old ones."
Yeah, like they
Yeah.
got future.
You
Video games.
play with
Tom.
your hands? That's like a
Tom
baby's
Constantine,
toy.
that's his name.
It turns out that Tsukiyomi was Elijah Wood the entire time.
Tsukiyomi made the give up machine.
Oh no.
Oh no, not those!
Well, why do you think she and Gates are always like so fucking meh all the time? It's because they live in the give up machine. They lived in the give up machine, and now they have to not give up anymore.
They're like, we have to actually try to
Never
save Japan's
give
birth
up.
rate.
They lived in the give up machine, and then Zi-O destroyed it because he didn't get to invent the give up machine.
Because he couldn't, because he could never give up on his dream of becoming the king.
And then Gates is like, "That's not what it was for, it was just to have sex." And then he's like, "No.
No, having sex means you can't worship me.
Having sex means you can't worship me. That's why
Unless
I
you're
killed
having sex with
Shinzo Abe.
me.
Which is what Waz does on a daily basis.
That's
Yeah,
why.
he's doing it right now, actually.
That's
Oh my
why
God.
I
Can't see
deposed
him, but he's here.
Shinzo Abe.
Doing it.
Omazio is is the shadow of Shinzo Abe.
Shadows.
It turns
Shadow
out that,
Abe.
it turns out that another Omazio is actually just Shinzo Abe.
Oh
my god.
Kamen Rider Zi-O is actually just a fucking...
I shall destroy everything except for procreation.
It turns out that Kamen Rider Zi-O is actually a documentary about Shinzo Abe's life.
You don't see it because they're wearing clothes, but underneath their clothes, all the fucking resistance people he kills are just wearing condoms and fucking tampons. It's the stupidest joke I've ever come up.
What the
No, auto blow.
I don't know anything
Tampons
about.
stop people from having
You're a
sex.
girl. What are you? What is?
Well, there are actually these things called femidoms or female condoms that are basically female condoms that you put in on the girl puts in. That's like a condom for girls.
Gross.
Okay, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just know that you're not supposed to do anything if you
your
have a
school-
tampon in.
Your school's sex ed doesn't seem to have been very good.
Well, my
'cause
school
I
sex
was
ed was like back in like 2007.
I see. Yeah, because that's why I know it exists. Obviously, I've never needed to use one.
Yeah.
I probably would have. Never mind.
Yeah.
Well,
That's another story.
sad.
Yeah. Anyway, so Zi-O episode 3 happens, and then
Then they're like,
They
we have to find the gamer, and then Waz is like, "Hey, you should go to this
No.
hospital."
yeah, another guy collapses and was like, take him to this hospital, and it's Saito University Hospital. So they meet Hiro, and they talk to him, and it turns out Emu left a code behind. He'd been researching the unbeatable
We
game.
have to don't forget how they meet Hiro, where they're like,
Yeah,
Yeah, where
he's
like
on
so, like
Hero just
somebody said
waltzes
you're
in.
looking
Hero
for the
just made it.
pediatrician, and then you hear some girls go.
No, wait, yeah, oh yeah, the pediatrician, and then they all like
Yeah.
collapse
And then
because
Hero and
their
his bitches
legs
show
become all
up.
shaky.
their legs become all shaky and the floor underneath them becomes slippery.
And then like somebody get a
And
barf
just-
bag.
So we get a what?
Barf bag. I don't know why I said barf bag.
Why? You don't use a book.
The thing is, I thought about saying, like, I literally was about to say barf bag, and I realized that's not right, but I still said barf bag.
But then
literally
just
said
like
barf
I was just
bag,
gonna
so
say,
I
and
was
then
like,
Hero just walks by and he's just like, "Oh, geez, not again."
Not again.
Yeah.
This happens everywhere I go.
I feel like Hero's dramatic entourage, like he didn't want them to follow him. They just do,
They just
and
do all the time, and he's like,
And then
because
there's
they're
the
like,
moment
"Oh,
where
he's
he's
so
walking
cool," and it's like,
away.
"No."
And then he's
They,
like,
like-
wait, what did you say? And then it spreads open. Like, they
Yeah.
spread, like, the fucking Red Sea.
Yeah, like they're
Yeah.
just there, folks. They're just there so Hero can be more dramatic.
Oh, it's Hero. The guy
and then like
cured
after they
cancer.
start talking, and then Gates just shows up on the scene.
It's
Yeah,
me,
he's like, "Yeah, I'm
Gates.
here too."
I changed.
So
So
then we
I
get-
needed to go
I
home
am
and
here
change
too.
outfits.
We get some good times with the Tsundere secondary rider solidarity.
Yeah. And
Except Gates isn't really Sundari, he's just Sun's son.
Also,
Yeah.
we didn't even talk about the another rider. So the whole thing is that another X-Aid is just a dad whose son has like
collapse.
is
No, we'll
is
talk about that the
collapsed.
next episode.
We'll talk
yeah.
about that
Yeah.
with episode 4. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
but
where
he
it's
is
more.
introduced.
Well, the way that
and
the way
we
that
meet
another X-Aid
and
works.
we meet
Oh, yeah, we also
we
meet
meet
Aura.
Aura, the second of the three time jackers.
And the only sexy one. Can someone look up and make sure that she's over 18?
Can someone look up and make sure that she, unlike
legal.
Or, is over 18?
Rose.
Because Zed almost
no.
made that mistake with
Rose,
Or.
Rose,
Because
this
I was
is
like, he's really cute, and I was like, no.
He's really cute. He's 16. Boom!
Rose, don't forget,
Critical
this is the same
dead.
franchise that gave us
Okay.
like,
Okay, she's
her
born in
actual-
1999.
Yeah,
Okay,
19.
we're fine.
we're good.
Okay, yeah. So, as I was saying, Horror, the only sexy time jacker.
It depends on how you look at Schwartz.
Schwartz is
Schwartz. We have
Schwartz
yet
Schwartz
is-
is too bare.
what we've seen of Schwartz is underwhelming compared to the sexy older men we've had in Build.
You just
Yeah,
so far
I
he's just
suppose.
kind of standing there, and he has
Yeah.
like he's missing one sleeve.
His look isn't
I mean,
great.
the thing is, we've never seen his face because it's always constantly obscured in the
No
opening.
one's seen his face.
We've
Like,
seen his actor.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
his actor.
and he
I'm
was in
waiting-
the preview for the episode 5.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess I didn't see that.
Purple
Pay
Man.
attention.
But I understand you
It
not
was like,
seeing him in the
what-
preview because of the fucking shadow, because he would just be in the shadow of
Of
two
the-
other people.
Yeah, that show up in that,
But
including the teacher from Forza.
okay, but we'll
I
talk
know,
about that
I know,
when we
just
get to
kidding.
4.
Anyway,
So,
then they go into the game world because they use
go into the game world because they
Konami
use
code.
they literally
Yeah,
use the
the-
Konami
the-
code.
I think in
Straight
reverse
up,
though.
Up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
It's like down, up, right, left. I think they say just so.
Down, down, up, right, left,
Yeah.
yeah. And then they break the game and they
They
open
go
the
inside
game
it,
world.
and then they fight another X-Aid.
Yeah.
They fight another X-Aid, and we get to see Gates' drive armor.
Which is
Which
he shoots
With his
guns,
Hot
shoots
Wheels gun.
cars
He
out of it.
shoots cars out of his
His-
wrist.
His Hot Wheels gun.
It's Hot Wheels.
His
Hot Wheels
it's not a
gun.
gun, it's a Hot Wheels launcher.
And so that happens.
It's a
they
wrist-mounted
win,
gun. It's still a
And
He
gun.
becomes
Another
crisscross.
It's a
X-Aid.
launcher.
and then another X-Aid turns into a human, and they're like, "What? A human?"
because apparently they didn't notice when so this is actually mentioned in 3.5 that they none of them noticed when another build turned
build
into a
got
human.
knocked out and turned into a man.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he was behind a bush,
Yeah, he got knocked
Mhm.
behind a bush.
and they're like
And then like
in like a
Big-
streak of sunlight with the light, with like angels falling down to him. Comes Hojo. Emu.
big dick dead inside Hojo
He
Emu.
looks dead. He has
Yeah,
like
he
bags
He
looks
under
pulls
his
dead.
out the
eyes.
gamer
Better
driver.
inside than ever.
He pulls
Mhm.
out the gamer driver,
And he's
slaps
like,
that
this is
shit
as
on.
far as you guys go, and then he starts attacking them, and then that's where episode 3 ends.
Yes.
Use 3.5.
Do a 3.5 where it's a
Toei
no
gets
spoiler
blown
zone. This level is no spoilers. No spoilers level.
Pose.
And also Toei gets blown up.
And they basically give some more exposition about what the fuck's going on. Namely, that there's gonna be another fucking Rider War.
Oh
Yeah,
boy!
Rider War 2.
Rider War 2.
What number are we on?
This is
Three?
number 3.
Yeah,
No,
because Ryuki Decade, then this.
Don't forget Showa versus Heisei.
I mean,
That's
Does that
not,
count?
That's not a real
Wouldn't
one.
Blade
That's not a real
technically
Rider
count?
War.
that's a real Rider War. Come on.
Heisei versus Showa?
yes.
Yes, it's a what? That's the reason why they did it. Because Gaim is the 15th Heisei Rider, and so now they had 15 versus 15.
But it wasn't a battle royale like the other Rider
and
Wars
also
are.
15.
No.
Wait, no. Rider War number 2 was just a everybody.
Rider
versus
War was
Decade.
2 was everyone versus Decade.
And Decade 1.
And Decade fucking won.
Okay, so yeah, I guess Showa versus Heisei counts.
Okay,
so I'm
but
guessing this is Rider
would
War
Blade
4.
technically
Number
count?
4.
What?
What?
Would Blade technically count?
No, that's
No,
not a
because-
Rider War. That's the Undead
Does-
War.
Build or Gaim itself count?
No, because that's just a war.
Okay.
And then
There was
they're
a
like,
war between
okay, so
Riders.
what happens is supposed to happen is that Zi-O is supposed to kill all the riders and become the best rider. And yeah, that's all the exposition we're really given by Hora. But then Emu's like, no spoilers, stop it. Oh, the funny thing about her telling everybody, like, oh, in the future there's gonna be a Rider War. Nobody knows about this, not even the crew. And then it pans over to the crew, like like filming.
It's like,
They're like, wait, what?
and then some of them are just like kind of waving, like hi.
No, they're
Hey,
always
Mom!
looking away, then quickly turn to the camera, and then it pans away. They're like,
I could have
wait,
sworn I
what?
saw.
What
I
are
could
you talking
have
about?
sworn I saw one hand.
And then, yeah, that's basically all 3.5 is. That's the big thing about that.
The one thing about 3.5 that I wanted to mention was I love how they like all do their own different stop sound effect, but Emu's is pause from
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cronus.
and
Exactly.
Gates is the slowdown sound from Drive, I think,
Yeah.
which is good.
Which
I think
makes sense.
his word also says slow down.
Yeah. And
So-
Emu says pause.
So then, oh wait, this is where John Toei dies.
Yeah,
What?
they blow up John Toei. They blow up
Oh, yeah.
Toei.
Where they're like,
Banzai!
okay, how do we stop this from happening? Then they're like, wait, maybe we should go talk to the writers. And then Gates is like, no. we
Gates
just
is like,
st-"
no, kill the producers.
And then it's like, what's the
Blow
best way to
up-
do that? We have to blow up Toei. And they're all
So
super
goes
hyped
like
about
even
it.
faster would just be blowing up Toei, and then they get really hype about it.
Banzai!
Yeah, and then Emu's like, no, all
spoil-
spoilers are bad. He's still angry about the spoiler thing. So then we can
Then he yells.
we can just roll right into episode 4, which
Starts
just
with Emu beasting on both of these boys.
then Horror shows up actually and revives another Xaid.
And also freezes
Which-
time.
Yeah, which
It
immediately
freezes
leads to-
time, but you see that like while time is frozen, Gates and Zi-O
So-
can
So,
Can, like,
so wouldn't it be more
observe. They
slowdown?
they're Jotaro
Well, no, they
in the
can't
frozen
move,
time.
but all they could do is look around and observe.
They have awareness in the stopped time.
Mhm,
Yeah.
yeah,
So wouldn't it just be slowdown?
No,
basically.
because the
No,
Emu
no,
is
no,
still
no, no.
stops.
Emu and Tsukuyomi are both there, and they are stopped. Only Gates and Zi-O.
And again,
Apparently,
they're not slowed
um,
down. All they could do is observe.
Schwarz is
they are stopped, but presumably like the power sets
Yeah.
of
Schwarz
Zi-O
Right,
and
right.
Gates
Nullify
let
that.
them.
so Schwarz is said to have real time stop compared to the other two. So whatever the other two are doing is probably just intense slowdown.
Like partial time stop.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
Schwarz can probably just I'm just gonna stop everything.
Gee, I
Mhm.
wonder who the villain rider will be.
I kind of
Zi-O,
want.
His name's Sogo. We know this.
I kind of want.
Did you watch the first episode?
Hardy har har.
It's... Or is
So
it-
because
Non Oma Zi-O Dark Rider.
Because then Hora she also
Yeah,
like
she
hits
brings-
away the hits effects on.
Yeah, that's
X8.
Yeah, she just like lightly pushes away the X8 hit effects.
Yeah.
But then she revives another X8 and is like, "Have fun," and leaves. And then Emu's like, "What the hell's going on?" and loses his powers.
Yeah, and now he doesn't rember
And he goes,
precisely
"Who
what...
And
the
he's
hell are
slightly
you guys?"
happier.
Yeah, he looks
Yeah,
happier.
he's immediately happier for it.
His
Just
face
immediate-
looks brighter.
He
Yeah,
looks like he's been given the face app.
It looks like
the happy face.
it looks like he's gotten 7 hours of sleep every night.
Yeah.
Aww.
I
Yeah.
wish
Instead
I
of
could
maybe
get 7
one.
I wish I could get 7 hours.
So then they have a talk with Emu, and they're like, "Don't you want? We want to help the coma victims, don't you?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"Actually, I have something else I want to do, though."
And then he leaves.
And it's like, what's going on? So,
And then
Gates,
they go back home and they start arguing about shit.
yeah, Gates goes back to 2016 because he thinks you
Specifically
just need
to
to go back to
episode
the
2
anime.
of Kamen Rider
Yeah,
X8.
literally episode 2 of
We
X8.
see footage of episode 2 of when X8 and Brave
X8 are
fighting
fighting the Tower Fantasy
the Tattle Quest bug
This is
suit.
the only appearance of Brave in
armor.
This is the only
Brave in
appearance of
suit.
Brave in the episode. So Gates goes back to 2016 while Tsukiyomi and Sogo remain in 2018. And Tsukiyomi and Sogo actually have a pretty nice talk about like Sogo
Why?
becoming the Demon
Overseer.
King and why Gates is like
And he's
Why
like,
Gates
and
has
then-
the most
and
right
Soga's like,
to...
you know, if I do start to become the Demon King, just kill me.
no, that he like solidly says that later on, but he does kind of
Imply.
like think about imply that a couple times beforehand. But like I'm glad they actually fucking talked about that pretty early on. Like
yeah, it's like
that they were actually like, no, Sogo, here's just how bad your future self
you
is.
kill
Do you
everybody.
understand
he
why
has,
Gates feels this way about you now?
And then he's like, yeah, I get it. And I
I
don't
just
Yeah.
like that it's legit just going, he has every right
to hate you. I
and
should
it's-
hate
he's
you.
just like-
Yeah.
But for some reason, I can't bring myself to look at you with your dopey face and your pastel shirt and hate you.
Because I
Yeah.
have a hard time believing you're even gonna become Omazeo. Because you're a fucking loser.
So Sogo goes to talk to Emu again in 2018, while Gates in 2016.
Well, first Emma was
Gate-
talking to another
Gate-
X8.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So I think Gates actually visits them
26. He
beforehand.
he
Yeah.
talks to
Yeah.
Emu and
Gates go talks
Hiro,
to Emu and Hiro in 2016.
trying to
and-
just warn them about like, hey, this is happening.
Hey,
And
I'm from the
Hiro
future.
Hero's like, this future talk is like bullshit.
Bullshit.
I'm leaving.
And
He
I'm
leaves, and then Gates is like, man, he's such an asshole. And then Emu's
And
like,
Emu's
"He's
like,
kinda
you're
like
kind
you."
of the same.
you
Kind of
kind of seem similar. And Gates is like, oh.
Oh, no,
Wait,
he's
what?
like offended.
No. For like a half a second, he's like, wait, what? Like
then-
it takes him a second to register that Emu said that, and then he turns to Emu like, huh?
Then it goes
Oh,
back to
that way.
2018 where Emu's talking to another X8,
Yeah.
and he explains
And
what's going on. It turns out another
yeah.
X8 has been making kids, teenagers specifically, with the similar body type to his son, because it turned sick.
His
so
son,
he could-
is sick, but not with like game disease or anything.
Just
No, he
regular
just needs regular
disease.
incurable heart disease that he
But
needs
it's
a
not
heart
incurable.
transplant.
It's not
And-
incurable. It's that
he needs a heart transplant.
he's like 2 years too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because Hiro actually does say
If he had
came
come
in-
like 2 years earlier, I could have saved them.
1 year earlier.
I could have used the Kagami Batista procedure.
Yeah, which
to
is
save him,
which
which
the
is-
Batista procedure is a real thing
But he
the
put his name in
Kagami-
front of it because he made it better.
because Hiro Kagami improved it.
I make everything I touch
There's
better.
nothing his
I
blade
can't touch.
cannot cut.
There is
let's also
nothing
not
I
forget
cannot
Hiro
cut.
Is one of the top surgeons of the world.
No, he is the top surgeon of the world.
Oh, okay. I
This wasn't.
I
This
forgot-
was set in X8, where he got specifically in the Beast episode or the Beast special, where
Yeah.
Okay.
he's like, "You're going to America for a special award because you're the best
Ceremony
surgeon
because
ever."
the
And he's
greatest
like,
surgeon
yeah,
in the world.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
only
I just
natural.
I knew he was one of the biggest deals. I just didn't know if he was one of, or if he was the.
Yeah.
Point is, he's a really fucking good surgeon.
And he's
There
like,
we
yeah,
go.
I can
He's
cure
got
this
a
heart
he's got
disease.
a thing named after him. He's got
Yeah.
a medical procedure named after him now.
Yeah.
And then they're
So-
like, and so the dude's like trying to harvest organs for his son.
No, he's trying to find a suitable organ donor for his son, but that's kind of fucked up because like this would be a
He's
heart
still leaving.
transplant,
Yeah,
right?
and
dude,
he's
that's 'cause I
and
listened to-
even if he's not taking the hearts of the kids he's finding, he's still leaving them comatose.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was
And
like
one
kind
of-
of like using them as life support for his son.
No,
No.
He's
No.
trying to get
Okay.
a donor.
trying to find
It's like the first monster from Drive who's trying to find like attractive features in people.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
can
but
whatever.
less, but kind of less selfish still.
Yeah.
A
But
bit,
then
but
the
he's
dude's
more.
like, then they're like, dude, if you can't do this, and the dad's like, no, shut up. Also, this is an interesting distinction between him and another build, because another build was just kind of a monster.
He was kind of like
Another
a
monster that
weird
was like,
monster that sort of.
Well, no,
Vegan.
like he's still me build. Bah.
Cross best
Best
match.
match.
But this
Yeah,
guy is
Banjo punches him
100%
off.
coherent the entire time because he could just untransform.
He can change from his human form to another X-Aid at will.
Well,
I
mean,
feel,
maybe there's some kind of worthiness needed for another riders.
or there's,
That
or it's a difference based on who made them.
Because
Like,
this is the difference between Aura and.
Yeah,
Aura.
that
Oh,
is
yeah.
that is true. Soda. Another
Sota-
build is an idiot next to Tensai.
Gamer.
Genius.
Tensai physicist Cento, yes.
Yeah.
And
that could
No,
be
Tensai
it.
probably a physicist or something.
Yes. A
Probably
physicist?
Physicist? Question mark.
Yeah, who knows?
Okay, so because Emu was kind of like when in battle, he was kind of wacky and he would make game puns. We had this more super serious like X-Aid
Who's
that
like
doesn't
super
really talk.
selfish and doesn't want to. He wants to make people sick rather than cure people.
But he is doing this to cure one person.
Yeah, one
so it's still-
particular person. His older
one
Which-
sister. His
What?
big sister.
Okay, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about
Yeah.
that later.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
so-
no! Oh my god, no! I found something awful.
He's
Can
like,
can I interrupt the writer talk to
Sure.
just read a
Sure.
headline?
Oh, read it, yeah.
I mentioned this yesterday, but I saw a different article that has a better title for it.
What is it?
Add divorce to the list of things millennials are killing.
What?
Oof.
Okay,
I
let's.
can't believe millennials are killing the divorce industry. Too
And
many
it's just
millennials
literally-
are having very loving relationships and finding their
Between-
soulmates.
All right, back on track. Back on track. Gotta get back on
Okay,
track.
Yes.
yeah. I'll bring it up again later.
Yeah,
Okay.
but so they're like, hey, you can't do this. You have to vaccinate your son, and they're like, no.
What? That's not.
I know.
No.
No,
It's not it.
you
There's
gotta
no-
be there for your son.
They're like Sogo, Emu, Tsukiyomi,
They
and
explain
the
everything.
dad. How they have a nice talk about.
But then the dad's
why
like,
it's
no,
happening."
every single second you talk, my son's dying. And then leaves. And then
Yeah.
Emu jumps off the cliff.
No,
No, Emu doesn't jump
He
off the
almost
cliff.
does. He's
he
walking.
almost runs off the rooftop.
He
Yeah.
walks off chasing him, but the world
Yeah,
around them
yeah.
changes back to
The world changes
rooftop
back
of
to the
Sato
rooftop of the
Hospital.
hospital, and he almost runs off the helipad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then that's where and
Then they go
So
back
go
to
get the
26.
X-Aid Ride Watch, and when he's like, "Oh, I want to be king someday," and Emu kind of looks like either he's disassociating or he's thinking about Kuroto and is like worried for a second, and he's like,
Then-
"Oh yeah, king, not god." Okay.
Okay, you're not that up your ass. Alright, it's fine. Here, have this.
Here, have this. Here, have this fucking '90s Happy
Toy.
Meal toy.
This I got it from a Nickelodeon Happy Meal.
Yeah.
I wanted SpongeBob, but this is what I got.
This is
I
what
don't
I
even know
got.
show this is from.
I
And
think
they-
this is from like one of those.
It's got my face on it.
I
No,
think
no,
it's
They
from,
didn't
like,
know that's
utterly
his face.
Martians from
No,
outer
he wouldn't.
space.
No,
it's,
this is
it's
this
from
is
like real monsters.
He doesn't know what X8 is, so he wouldn't know that's his face.
He's like.
Well, no, but remember, like the only reason that the
Watch gets created because
is because they remember.
When they're giving it away, they do
Yeah.
have their memories.
for like a moment.
No, he said he
Yeah,
didn't know how it got.
remember Sento and
Sento and Ryuga knew, Emu didn't, but he still had the watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he said he doesn't remember how he got it, while Sento and Ryuga remembered getting it from
Yeah,
Sogo.
You know what
Tell
I bet
my-
it is?
tell
I
my
bet
past
it
self.
turned back. You know what I bet it is? I bet it turned back to normal when Emu got his memories back for that brief moment. But
So-
also Emu got his
So
memories
our boy
back, so he
Sogo
wasn't
goes
going
back in
to.
time. Goes back in time.
But not before he has to have a bad CGI mecha fight.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, I
right,
forgot
yeah.
about that.
Fucking
That's-
It wasn't
Captain-
that bad.
Oh yeah,
So-
Captain
Ur
Ghost.
shows up in his own time machine and like
it's not
with
even a time magic.
time machine with it was the time machine but with the fucking chameleon thing from Ghost.
Captain
on it.
Ghost.
But the thing is that it didn't say time magin.
But it was a time magin.
It was because
It was.
because it shows like the cockpit of the time machine.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't know how the fuck Will has Captain Ghost, and that kind of doesn't bode very well
For
for
Tucker.
For Takaru, but fuck him.
Inosuke
Maybe
either,
he's died again.
because
How many
if
times
they
do you
have
to learn this lesson, old
if
man.
they have the Ghost
Rider
Ride watch and technically Takaru's rider machine, what happened to Shinosuke?
Is he dead?
If we see a Trideron time magin, I'm gonna be worried.
Same.
Gonna be
Trideron's
very
just
worried.
glued
Very
on as a
worried.
shield.
Yeah.
It's just glued on as a shield.
I wouldn't be surprised if Gates actually does give back some of them,
Yeah.
because
same.
we also didn't see him use a ghost in the past 2 episodes.
That's true.
Well, that's just because probably just like they wanted to show off the drive one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we need to show off a new form. So
Then
yeah.
then we see
Wait, no, you
Uh,
you do see the Ghost Rider watch on that dumb fucking tower.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. Maybe when they put it in the tower, like it restabilizes the.
I don't
No.
believe that. I think that's just a place for them to keep it.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
the
Yeah,
hat
that's
rack.
You're right. It was dumb
just-
idea.
It's like the Pandora panel, but it doesn't do shit.
It's just there to be cool. This is our
It just holds
this is
things.
our
There for
hat. This is our hat
displays.
rack.
This is our
Kids, buy 3 of them.
watchtower. Please call it a watchtower because then it's a pawn.
This is my watch. Shut up.
Kids, buy 3 of them.
That's literally what it is.
It's called the
Yeah.
Watchtower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it! I didn't realize.
So-
I watched Geiz.
Oh, it can activate a finisher. What? For the time magin. Okay.
Oh, for the time engine.
So
He goes back
Yeah,
in
they-
time and is like, "Hey, X8, let's fight another X8." They fight another X8.
and then
They
finally find out.
They finally discover in canon that a rider can only be defeated by another
Because
rider
X8
can only be
shows up on
defeated
scene
by
and
their own
starts
power.
damaging him.
and starts actually like managing to hurt it.
And then that's when Sogo's like, "Hey, that's what happens." Then Waz's like, "Yes, that is what happens."
Yeah, Was just teleports in right in front of him and is like, yes.
That's what- yeah, that is
Sogo, and as soon as and something I like is as soon as Emu's X8 power fades away, Sogo pulls out the X8 ride watch and activates it.
Yeah.
Which is good because he knows I should probably wait until this actually can be
Happens
useful.
on its own. Yeah.
And then
And so that way I don't leave the
and
other
then
guy
he
hanging.
he transforms into Kamen Rider Zi-O X8 armor, which has the kind of meh jingle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
jingle.
And those
Not a
big
fan of the
dumb
jingle.
Just
hands.
it's just how it says
Soccer
X8.
ball.
And it has the big dumb fucking it has Gashikon breakers for hands.
Yeah.
And it has
Super
the
Mega
big
Sonic.
gush
I
out
ain't got no
shoulders.
hands, just got hammers.
Well, he technically does have hands. It's just like they're kind of just. There's a specific
They're,
cut where you
they're
can see
rock'em
where his hands
sock'ems,
are.
or rock'em boppers.
No,
Sock'em
like if you
boppers.
actually look at the
Sock
the
and
suit,
boppers,
like,
that's what they're called.
you actually
Super
see
Mega
them side by
Soccer
side.
Boppers.
And X-Aid hits with them, then instead of like saying hit in English, it says hit in
Japanese.
kanji.
Yeah.
It goes,
And the
Hit.
thing says hito. Hito.
Hit. And whenever he and when he did his finisher, critical time break, it showed like the
X8, the
X8 style finisher like cut out when
Cut
he
in.
notices
cut in,
it?
pardon me.
where
The finisher cut in where it would say mighty critical strike, but instead it says in kanji critical time break.
And then while he's
But
doing
it turns out that cut in is a physical object and is part of the finisher.
and because
Emu
Sogo,
got it, like,
Sogo sees it and is like, "Oh, that's what I'm supposed to do," and then like flips it
Oh,
up into the air.
neat.
Flips it up into the air, and the words critical time break fucking form a path that he knocks into another X-Aid.
And he
And
like,
Memory's like, that doesn't seem quite right.
but
Yeah.
he doesn't seem annoyed like
Sento was.
He's just
Yeah.
like, that's not it.
Yeah. Huh.
And
This
then
ain't it, Chief.
different.
he beats the monster, and then they're like, okay.
They solve the problem with the sun's heart.
They get
whatever.
Emu to take.
They get Emu to operate on the kid in
They
2016.
get Emu to get Hero to operate on him.
Yeah, in
specifically
2016.
Hero, because
Yeah.
they're
So
like,
that
hey,
way.
don't you have that genius surgeon? And then he's like, he cuts to Hero fucking coping with cake, saying there's nothing I can cut.
Nothing
Yeah.
I cannot cut.
Although we have to wonder if it is coping in this timeline, or if
No,
he
it
just...
is.
No,
I
it
think
is?
it would only. Well,
Because
we didn't
then
see
we go
a.
into
No,
4.5.
because here's the thing. Well, first of all, before we go into 4.5, we get the episode preview for episode 5, which is
Which-
called what again?
They came in-
Switch on 2010,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. No,
Switch
Switch
on
on 2011.
2011.
20. Are you sure?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
that's when
20
Forza came out.
Okay, right.
That's when Forza started. Forza was 2011.
Yeah, so the next episode 5, the previews for the next episode 5, Switch on 2011,
Is Forza
which
episode.
is the Forza episode. But it takes place at the Forza school,
Which,
but it turns out there's a big problem in that somehow Masato Kusaka, aka Kamen Rider Kaiza, is alive and is attacking girls at Forza's high school.
causing Takumi to go on full like
and
investigation
Takumi-
mode. Be like,
Yeah,
what the fuck's
Takumi's
going
there
on?
too. Yeah.
yeah.
So like, what the fuck's going on? Why is Kusaka alive?
Why is Kusaka alive? And also, there's another Forza, and it looks appropriately monsterish.
Yeah,
monstrous.
it looks like a Geiger design.
Yeah.
It looks like an SIC monster design.
I love it.
I love
It's
it.
almost as if
great.
that's the intention for the design.
Really,
Yeah.
really, Kamen Rider Zi-O is just heroic SH figure arts versus evil SICs.
Yeah. So Kusaka is so apparently the plot of the next episode is going to be that girls who are age 18 Libra are disappearing at the school, presumably
research.
attacked by another Forze. So Gates and Sogo go back in time to like try and investigate at some point. Meanwhile,
they're not going back in time. They're in.
no, they eventually they do, but and then Tsukiyomi runs into Kusaka and Takumi in the present day. But anyway, point is that the girl that they're like trying to protect in the present day, who falls under that, Kusaka is also after her
For some
for
reason.
as of right now unknown reasons. And
This
there's
is my
pictures.
new mom.
There's pictures of him like trying to strangle her.
Yeah.
So I feel
Oh,
like maybe
yeah,
she's an
I think-
orphanage.
Yeah.
Or at the
I was
very
gonna say,
least that he thinks
Thinks she's
she's
an
an
It's
orphanage.
either he's an orphanage or she reminded him of his mother,
No. they
Or
need to
she
try to fuck
reminds
her.
him of Mari.
who
Oh, God.
reminds him of his mother.
Yeah.
Damn, it's Kusaka.
So I'm looking very forward to this next episode because
Spies is stupid.
fucking Fies boys.
Spies boys are back. For
We
some
can
reason.
feel
And
again.
what we all want is we want
Them to
Five
become-
Boys to become main characters.
Or at the
Enough.
very least, we want Tsukiyomi
Recurring.
to be a fucking Orphnock.
Yeah, recurring. Yeah.
Masato will be in character, yes, as crazy asshole trying to kill people.
Always count on Kusaka to assault women and yell at monsters.
Kusaka, we
Can you
gotta
just-
respect women. No.
No.
He doesn't even do the whole if she breathes, she's a thought. He just says no.
Just like, she's mine!
She reminds me of Mario, who reminds you of my mom.
Who is
Also
mine?
reminds me of my mother.
So 4.5.
4.5.
I did
Yes.
not get to see it because we never got the mega link.
And neither did
Oh.
I.
Anyway,
Okay.
in it, basically, it explains what happened to Xaid when the time shifted. And the time shift caused none of the writers to exist.
Which it introduces us to the idea of the afters, which is you put an after at the start of the name of the characters when they are in the retcon timeline where they were no longer riders.
Riders.
So you have a
there's-
hero.
And there's A hero and
B
Emu
hero,
and B hero.
which
And
is before.
B hero is before hero. The hero Hiro Kagami who, went through all the shit that he went through.
He got fucked.
Yeah.
Funny thing, we don't even know where this takes place because in the 4.5, he's like, intern, what are you doing? He's like, I'm not an intern anymore. I'm a pediatrician. And he's like, wait, what? And then he like pulls out his script. Is like, when the fuck does this take place? There's too many X8 spin-offs.
There's too many spin-offs I can't keep track, and that's great because literally we
And
have
Emu
had
literally pulls out
discussions-
another script and gives it to
So go
Sogo.
through his, because they're like little bubbles on screen, but he gives it through the bubble.
Yeah. We've literally had discussions before trying to figure out when the Xaid Zi-O episode's meant to happen in terms of the Xaid spin-offs. I'm glad that they also are like, this is a little ridiculous, guys.
I mean,
Yeah.
if anything, it's probably like between, the finale and
I don't
True
think
Light.
it's no. Well, finale is he's still an intern.
Well, no, but also, like, Emu wouldn't be that dead inside if it were before
Yeah,
another
I'm
ending.
pretty sure this place takes place after all the spin-offs. That's where I think it is.
That's also where I think it
so
is.
too, but anyway,
Get that
And
Emu
then,
is only dead inside when he has the fight. But if he's just doing his pediatrician stuff, he's like perfectly like.
yeah, he's like, yeah, it's fine.
And
Doesn't
and
get excited,
fucking and the whole thing of just fucking Emu
Well, yeah,
calls
we know
his
that they're
born after
probably,
cells AM and BM, and then Hiro just fucking walks off at the shit joke.
and
Yeah.
then he's like, "Wait, where are you going, senpai?"
Hiro senpai, and then
chasing
and
after-
then Gates
starts
raps.
rapping.
Oh,
yeah.
that's one of my favorite lines in this is that Hero's like, "Why would my personality change? I'm the same as ever." And then Emu's like, "Yeah, I wish it would have."
I wish you would have changed.
Then he's like, "Wait, what? Why did I say that?"
No, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Like, but he totally meant
He
it.
meant it inside. He's just like, "Yeah,
He-
I wish you'd stop being a fucking asshole."
Yeah.
And then afterwards,
In
to
the
better
future,
explain
you
it,
must rap after
Geiz
bad
does a rap.
jokes.
Yeah.
In the future, you must rap after bad jokes.
This was
It is
decreed
required by
Zi-O.
law.
And it's that
He
kind
just
of
fucking
Japanese
raps and he
reference
like
kind
goes,
of-
yeah.
Yeah, and then that's where
Yeah.
4.5 ends. With the
Well,
rap.
you gotta watch 4.5.
Yeah, so that's the things. So we actually have some scans that we want to discuss.
Yeah, so,
So-
this will be
Yes.
spoilers.
Hot off the presses.
Yes.
Hot off the
Spoilers.
presses. Spoilers.
So-
Spoilers.
I don't know if Zed's going to edit in like
I'll
a
put a spoiler
clip of
thing
his-
at like
yeah.
the beginning because we also
Yeah.
did talk about spoilers for Zi-O. So if you like,
Right.
if you did talk,
So if you
don't want spoilers for the next month of episodes,
then skip ahead to a thing that we put
I will
in
be put
post.
in the thing.
Yeah. Please remember
And
to do that. Zed.
let's give a brief bumper of clear sound so that we can have it.
And also so I can mark the time.
Mhm.
All right. Kiria Ride Watch.
Kira,
Razor
what-
Ride Watch.
Yeah, you have. If you buy a thing, it's
Photo
like a
book.
compilation of a.
Yeah, buy the
Photo
photo book.
book.
Get your bike, man.
It's like a compilation of previous photo books. You get the laser ride watch.
Oh,
So-
that's fucking cool. I want that so much.
Because it looks
So
really
the-
nice.
So the first
Now we just need a Night
The
Ride
first
watch.
thing, which will be next week's episode, is that Kusaka and Takumi are back. We know this.
Yeah.
We also
However-
get better looks at another Forza.
However, yeah, we got better looks at another Forza. And
We've got
Forza
looks at
Armor, and they
another
look
Forza.
great.
We've also got some magazine looks
Oh,
of
that's
magazine looks at
Another
Another Fives.
Fives and another wizard.
Fives creeps me out like a lot because it.
I
it
like
has-
another five.
No, I like it too, but it like
Yeah.
actively creeps me out because it does my phobia of holes.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Somebody
So-
don't show Zed the Amigar fault.
Yeah.
I
So
read Amigara Faults.
oof.
I did not
So-
like that.
So there's also Gates Fi's armor and Wizard armor, and also Genmu armor for some reason. And Gates Wizard armor looks great. I really like it.
Yeah, it's like those
I
big,
like
long-
Gates Spies armor.
And Gates
Fi's
Fi's
armor
armor
is
too. Yeah.
great.
We also get to see Gates in the Genom.
Gates build. Yeah,
in the-
Genmu. Yeah, and we get to see Gates build as well.
Yeah.
Yes, Gates build is
And-
coming up.
And Zi-O's.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
We see
So
Zi-O's
wouldn't it just
armor.
be called Zi-O's?
No,
Ah.
oh.
So coming up is apparently, yeah, obviously Forza, Fi's, and then Wizard. And who's coming back for the Wizard
It's the
bit?
true
Beast.
protagonist, Kamen Rider Beast.
So which
real
means
main
you
character. Nito
probably
Kosuke.
watch Wizard,
He's here with
Yeah.
his mayonnaise.
the furry.
The mayonnaise furry.
Yeah. So he's
It's a
coming
sh-
back. I guess they couldn't get Haruto, but whatever, that's fine.
It's a shame that
And Geiz
Even-
soon.
They shaved his
Ma-
head.
I do hope they get Haruto back.
Maybe they're
Yeah.
keeping. it
they'll
from-
get Haruto back.
You don't know that. I don't.
He's
And we
he
have
needs to get back in all
confirmation-
of these specials and movies.
We have confirmation that they'll at the very least bring back the suit for actual Forza.
Yeah, there's
Because we've seen shots of that.
Yeah, we don't know if maybe they'll use like reused lines.
And there's a lot of
Guy.
really cool. There's a lot of really cool things going on with the another wizard and another Fives. For example, another wizard on his fake wizard driver. The hand is like a skeleton hand.
He looks like a
Ooh.
metal album cover.
The thing is, I
does.
want, I
So
want to think
another
that
wizard
like
is a skeleton warrior.
Yes.
Da 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 da.
I hope that
da, da,
wizards,
da.
like another wizard's power, is just like necromancy.
Yes.
I
So he
also
brings
just
back-
want to see just like the belt like from a much better like design perspective. Not like I mean by that I mean I wish I could see it in a much more clear picture
Yeah.
because I want to see if it's still doing the theme of all of the monsters' belts are like
No,
just
look-
the shape of it is just viewed from the face up.
well, no, because Builds
Well,
wasn't.
no, not all of them.
Builds wasn't that.
Builds
I
wasn't
thought
that,
Builds- I
and
thought Builds
another
was.
another
And also
Forza
the-
is
also-
kind of that.
Also, the top view of a wizard driver would just be a flat sheet of metal
Yeah, it would be a
Yeah.
flat, thin sheet of metal.
with like a
Okay.
little protrusion.
The wizard driver is not one of the bulkier ones.
Yeah, it's
I
actually.
feel they
probably
only
the
did that for
slimmest one.
X8 because the gamer another X8 because the gamer driver is so fucking bulky.
Yeah, but
I'm
no,
so
it just looks
curious
like
to
it's
see-
just the wizard driver, but the difference is that it's a skeleton hand.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see what another double will be.
Another
Yes.
that will be
Another
that
double,
will be
no, it just
interesting.
needs-
It'll
be
be like two
twins.
flesh pipes.
No, it needs to be twins, but it looks like they're conjoined.
Oh yeah, like
Oh.
the fan creation of it.
Yeah. So we have Wizard's coming up. Yeah, and another Wizard looks sexy as hell.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really like it.
Mark that down as another suit Rose wants to fuck.
Well, can you blame
Yeah,
me?
the wizard
No,
armor
we
is
cannot
just-
blame you.
The wizard.
It
armor.
reminds me a lot of Overlord Baron.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
We-
surprised if they reused some parts from it.
Maybe.
Mm.
Like that the
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 chest
cloak
plate.
part.
The chest
I-
plate is made to look like a face, like a skeleton face.
I really, really hope that they still have the Wolf Orphanok suit and that we get to see that at some point because I really
Yeah.
It's like I am an
Dude,
orphan.
okay. Yeah,
Like,
because
come
then
on.
what would stop Takumi from actually still being an Orphanok? Nothing.
Nothing.
It wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, he became an Orphanok way before he became Faiz.
Also, we
What
do
I-
know
what I
that
want-
the Geiz suit and the Phi suit are gonna make a short.
Is that shot from Faiz or not? Because I
don't
know there's a
think so.
shot. I know there's an image of Kaiser and Faiz fighting, but I can't tell if that's just like a
I don't remember them
An
flashback.
fighting
old
with their
image.
suits lit up.
Oh, huh, okay.
No, they don't. As a matter of fact, they
So,
don't fight with their suits lit
there
up.
is.
There's one
You
scene where
fight
Takumi and Kaiser fight
What?
with Kaiser's suit lit up but that's like Takumi as the Wolf Orphanok,
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
and
What else
Kaiser
did I
fights
wanna
with his
say?
suit lit up because
And,
they're under
I
like
think
an overpass
Kaiza
at night.
Kaiza and Takumi fight once, but it's like in the daylight.
No, they fight once like way in the evening.
No, I
as-
remember. It's the
fight-
one where
they
they
fight
pull out
near
the
dusk.
lightsabers and start fighting.
Huh. Okay.
They're like
Oh.
at the docks.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
no.
didn't
It ends
see-
with him
I thought
falling
you were
in the
thinking
water
about the
like
one where the guy
always.
where there's like a guy going up the stairs and he's already dead, and then they fight an Orphanok together.
But yeah, but that's about it for the scans. It doesn't show a lot. The thing that
Yeah.
kind of upsets me isn't actually isn't Kamen Rider related in those scans, because we also got some more scans for
Lupat, yeah.
And what
Oh
Kamen
boy,
said-
you're really gonna talk about this.
I'm still so mad about it, Rose. You have no idea.
Yeah, so they were showing off
Noel's new
the-
form,
Noel and what's going to be Lupin Red's new form as well.
but only a silhouette of
and-
it.
Yeah, and they had a page of
A whole bunch of previous Sentai
A whole-
super power-ups.
yes, but
But
Super
Geki Red.
Geki Rain Red is not there.
There's a whole bunch of characters not there, like neither is Boken. I
Yeah.
don't know the power-up name, but he doesn't get his power-up either. And neither does Go On Red, or if they do have
Well,
power-up.
Go On Red never had a proper
Or
power
Go On
beyond-
Gold, or whatever. But, no Super Geki Red. Instead, what we get is fucking 3 people from Zi-O. We get 2 fucking Shishi Reds, one of them that's Shishi Red Pegasus. We get 2 fucking Shinken Reds. We get 2 fucking Deca Reds. Fuck!
We get the
Well, there's
dumb
always-
Shinken
well-
Red and Shinken Gold thing.
Yeah.
Well, there's always been 2 Shinken Reds. Don't
no,
forget.
it is not.
No, but
it's not
neither
Hime,
of
it's 2
them
power-ups.
scared.
It's just,
Oh.
it's
So
just.
we just get Tyranno Ranger with the shield.
Oh no, it's
Don't
just.
forget Gokai Red with the.
Isn't a special.
With the
It's a Gokai Red Gold mode.
Oh, okay.
And we get 2 Deca Reds. We get Deca Red SWAT and Deca Red with the weird big
Powers.
armor.
SWAT.
Yeah. Well, we
Yeah.
get SWAT and like another thing, and there's
Okay, wait.
also
Then what was Mega Rangers?
the Ningen Red, and Ningen Golds, and
I actually didn't.
it's just what else-
Nin Nin, right?
Nin,
Not
Nin.
Ningen. Ningen means human.
Oh,
Aka Ninja.
Nin Red from
Okay.
the Shinken
Yeah.
or Ninja.
You
Yeah,
mean
Aka
Aka Ninja?
Aka Ninja, yeah. I
Aka
didn't watch
Ninja,
fucking Shinken or Ninja.
Sanjo.
None of us did.
None of us did.
We did watch fucking Ninja Steel though.
We're watching
I
Ninja
watched
Steel,
it-
but that
I
will
watched
come
it
up
and
later.
Wait,
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 but
Well,
what-
fuck.
But the fact that my boy is not there, my boy Jan, he's just not there. He's not there.
They didn't have room for everyone.
Except they did because they put multiple of the same writer. I mean, the Sentai. Dude, how could you put 2 fucking Shinken
No, there was
Red
no
when
more
it's just a
room. There
palette
was no
swap
more room.
super power up for Hyper and Super?
There's okay. I the thing is, I have a confession to make. I have not seen all of Mega Ranger, unfortunately. When did they get that power up?
The Mega Gold or whatever power up thing on the
Yeah.
chest. I don't know. I haven't seen that Ranger yet.
I do like that they actually gave Tyranno Ranger the gold armor.
Yeah.
That's an emotional arc for him.
Yeah.
It's really good. Watch
Sad.
Zi Ranger, guys. Yeah, guys, watch Zi
Right.
Ranger.
Okay.
But I'm just
Nobody
so upset
knows.
that he's not there. My boy Jan. Jan's the coolest. And so fucking cool. His fucking helmet breaks. It's so
Yeah,
cool.
so
I like Geki Ranger, guys. I like Geki Ranger a lot.
We never talked about our weeks.
Well, we're
we don't
we're still
do
in
that.
we're Toku news.
We're still in
Oh,
Tokusatsu.
Yeah.
okay. I just thought we did that earlier.
No.
I don't.
One
Do we
thing-
even have that segment?
No, we do. We do like when we talk about something not Toku related.
Yes.
Okay.
That's not exactly our weeks. I mean, probably this. I have
Okay,
a feeling I
just
know what
wondering.
we're going to
Okay,
talk
I'm
about a
just
lot
wondering.
this week.
I'm sorry.
But
Maybe we can get back
what
on
else?
track.
We got also. I guess we could talk a little bit about Lupinranger. Lupat.
Yeah. So recently, there was
I was kind
a
of
couple
infuriated
episodes.
by the last week's
Yeah,
episode.
Keiichiro's reason for not wanting to work with the Rangers again was kind of a little contrived, I feel.
He literally
even-
like, why don't we just work with the Lupinrangers? We've done it before, and then
And he's like, no, this time is different, but it kind of wasn't. Like,
it's like
it
no.
took until this week's episode for them to bring up the more reasonable reason, which is, we can't be working with an extra legal group like them openly,
Yeah.
because that would reflect really poorly. And there was also
But
not
that's
another
not the
reason.
reason given by Keiichiro.
That's
And
not the reason
his
given by
reason. He
Keiichiro
doesn't
last
want-
week.
I think the one line that made me the most upset by Keiichiro was, "My job is to kill the ganglers in a speedy way," and it's
No,
like,
it was like, oh, we need to like, we need to like stop the ganglers fast because like we need
But-
to avoid collateral damage.
But you're specifically ignoring the fastest way.
Yeah,
Which
That's
is
what's-
doubling your numbers.
which I understand that's meant to be a character flaw of his, but it was a little too far when he had just also
Like
given
if
the
this
fucking
had
water
happened in the
thing.
first time they teamed up, it would have been fine. But this is the second time, and they're like,
There's the second time, and they fucking they just had an episode where Keiichiro gave the magic
"No, not the magic, the splash."
trigger machine. Yeah, Splash. Okay,
To Lupin
Splash
Red because he
to
trusted him enough to get
Yeah.
there in time.
Yeah.
So like, it's just a very conflicting personality that Keiichiro gives when it comes to this. It's just very conflicting, where it just seems like him hating the Lupin Rangers feels like a plot point that they need to keep, so it's still Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger. And it kind of upsets me because it's just really not well written.
That's just one of the reasons why I was worried is, are they gonna be fighting the whole time?
And it feels
Throughout
like
the
they don't. It feels like the story is like, no, they shouldn't. But the writers are like, no, we still have to keep this Lupin Ranger versus Patoranger for like 20 more episodes.
yeah,
And
which
yeah,
but I mean,
episode was cool,
this week's
though.
this week's episode was fine, and
it
they
was
actually
it was a brief. It's a brief like distraction. It's a fun episode.
yeah, and they actually do have Noelle and Keiichiro actually talking about shit like afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, because Noelle brings up that the Lupin Rangers are doing what they're doing to bring their loved ones back in the duel with Keiichiro, and then in this episode, he's actually like, so what's up with that, Noelle?
And Noah's like, I can't talk about it.
I can't talk about it, and
Then
but like he still kind of makes it clear that is kind of what's going on.
yeah. And but the rest of the episode is just the Lupin
Rangers got turned into kids.
And there's a lot of SS with
Tom, I wouldn't say a lot of,
but there was a good amount.
She just
But
thinks
it was honestly
children are
less
cute.
SS and more that
She
I
just
do
thinks
feel like
kids
they
are
are
cute.
pushing Tsukasa and Kairi.
Kinda.
Like I feel like with every episode it gets more.
Yeah,
like,
maybe. But
They get turned
Yeah.
into kids, but I think Umika drops her
yeah, she drops
BS
her
gun.
BS changer, so they have to go with
The-
Tsukasa and Sakuya to the base to
Get
get
it
it back, which leads to some fun
Hijinks.
kid shenanigans. Yeah. My favorite part is just Kid Toma just straight up kneeing Sakuya in the gut once they get it back. Like he could have not done that, but he really wanted to. He's still
Yeah.
sore about the
The dance thing.
Yes.
The fucking dojo.
I just want to also. There is something I'm gonna ask about this later,
What?
but it's probably not good for. It's probably not good for the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, okay.
Yeah.
Ask that later.
It's a.
After
Yeah.
the podcast. And it's a fun episode.
Next episode is some kind of upgrade. The
For the
second
Lupin.
gun.
Now I have
Yeah.
2 guns.
Yeah.
They used to call me
He's got
Johnny
2
One
guns!
Gun. They used to call me Johnny One Gun, but now they call me Johnny Two Guns.
Now they call me Jimmy Two Guns. I don't know why they started calling me Jimmy. I don't know why they called me Johnny either. My name's Dave.
My name's not even Dave, it's Kyrie.
But
Then I just said
My name's not even Kyrie. It's Dave Kyrie Dave.
I just got reminded of that one comic of Naruto where somebody made it's like my name's Johnny One Sword on part of my one sword. What's your name? My name's Johnny 8 Swords. And then Sasuke's like, fuck.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's Lupinranger. Not a lot to talk about with Lupinranger. Just that Keacher is kind of being insufferable when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Though he was kind of better in this episode since he was actually like, what is
What's
going
going
on
on?
with
Lupinranger.
the thing?
But yeah, it's still not a lot to talk about just because it was a short scene.
Yeah.
That ends with no, I can't talk about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all the Toku stuff. I guess you guys.
Well, we need to talk about Ninja Steel.
I said Toku stuff.
Do we?
really?
It's technically still Toku.
You might as well just.
We
let's
do
just
need
get it
to
out of the
talk about
way.
it.
Alright,
There's
fast,
only-
go!
important
Talk about it
episode.
fast!
But there's
Alright.
only one episode of it that I'm actually going to talk about because I don't remember if we've actually seen any other ones. I don't remember if anyone's aired, and I don't want to remember them. So,
It's not even worth it.
This is
Most
but
recent-
this is an important episode.
the most recent episode is interesting because it's an adaptation of an episode of Ninja that had a Metal Heroes crossover. Jiraiya appeared in it, so they decided they were going to adapt that. And since Jiraiya hadn't been used in
Before
one of the previous Metal Heroes adaptations in Span, they had the opportunity to make him an original character,
Well,
which
what
they
they
promptly
do-
made a space sheriff.
Like specifically,
He's not a
call
ninja.
He's not
He's not a
named
ninja.
Jiraiya. His name is Sheriff Skyfire.
He's not a ninja or anything. He's got nothing to do with
Despite
ninja.
how much he looks like a ninja.
Despite how he's clearly
Doing
a ninja.
ninjutsu.
Yeah, but don't worry about it. So
No, it's
That-
magic symbols, not kanji on their
He's
faces.
using
They didn't-
Avatar fighting power.
they didn't hire a face actor for him at
So he's
all.
just in a suit the entire time.
Yeah, we don't know who he is, who his superiors are, or anything. We probably will never find out because it's not important. So the actual
Because
plot
he
of
will
the
probably
episode,
never show up again ever.
because
Probably.
in Ninja Steel, the actual plot of the episode doesn't revolve around the monster at all. The actual plot of the episode is the stupid shit going on in the high school. So,
Wait, we first
The-
have to talk about why Sheriff Skyfire is even there.
oh yeah, so he went to the fucking game show thing to arrest
The monster of the week.
the monster in the week, but then
QB?
Odious is like, no, actually, you can't arrest him. Also, the Rangers stole my
stuff.
thing.
And
So
he's like,
go and
oh,
get
really? Okay. And leaves.
For some reason, he just immediately believes her, and then when the Rangers
Believes
eventually
this
like, no, we're
person who
not
he
evil.
should know is a criminal.
Yeah, he immediately believes them because he saw Red help an old lady or something.
Oh yeah,
so
they fight Sheriff Skyfire and they blow up a
Yeah.
car that a lady's trying to go to for some reason, even though she sees the giant Toku battle happening like 5 feet away. And she's like, oh, I gotta go get my Robotussin.
so he like shields her, and then Sheriff Skyfire's like, "Oh, it looks like you guys are good after all." So the actual plot of the episode, the stupid high
Oh yeah,
school shit,
all this stuff with Sheriff Skyfire where they fight happens the first
is
5
happened
minutes of
like
the
5 minutes.
and it gets resolved
Yeah.
in 5 minutes.
So
At school,
There's-
there's a new security guard called Clint.
new security guard, or was he explicitly just hired?
Yeah,
or...
they said, because they're
okay.
like, who's that guy? Oh, he's the new security
Oh,
guard.
okay. So there's a new security guard named Clint, and
It starts the
he's-
episode, and
he's being really harsh with. He's like enforcing the rules, and he tells.
but but wait, before this,
Which-
he gives Victor and Monty deputy
deputy
badges.
for some reason.
No, he doesn't even give a
Because-
reason. He's
because-
just like here.
Because remember Mighty Morphin and
Remember when Bulk and Skull
Zi-O
were
when
cops?
Bulk and Skull were cops?
Yeah. So he tells.
No, what do you mean our audience doesn't remember that because they weren't fucking born?
Fucking Ranger has the
And
dog.
remember what
I think it's the yellow one.
There's
No wait, there's no yellow one.
there's no yellow in it. There's
Yeah, there isn't yellow in
pink
the
and-
Ninja.
I guess
Wait.
I think it's the
Yeah,
pink
there's
one.
a yellow.
Yeah,
It's the pink one.
there's red,
Pink and
blue,
white.
yellow, white, and
I
pink.
think it's pink, the pink one.
I think.
Yellow's a dude though. So
Okay, yeah, I think it's the pink one.
Right. Yeah.
The white one.
Uh.
The one
Yeah.
with the dog.
White, I think. Actually.
White is the one with the dog.
well,
Yes.
sorry.
Okay,
White.
White is like just chilling in the cafeteria with friends with their dog, and the security guard's like, "You can't have a fucking dog at school." And
Which
she's
you
like,
can't
"No."
unless it's a service dog. You
But
can't
she's
have
like,
a dog.
"No, everybody loves my dog," and he's like, "I don't give a shit. Go to jail."
Also, don't put non-recycling things in the recycling bin.
This guy does a lot of shit that a security guard shouldn't do. He acts more like
Yeah.
a hall monitor.
Yeah. So the whole plot of this episode is follow the rules, kids. Because oh no, the security guard
Has to do his
is gonna
job.
quit. He's gonna quit, but because the White Ranger didn't want to follow all the rules.
The White
But also
Ranger
he was-
didn't want
Wait,
to put...
are you
He was
telling me?
sorting
Are you
through-
telling me
he
that
was
him
sorting
being a
through-
dick, like to
He
her,
wasn't
and
being
she?
a dick.
He wasn't being a dick. He was actually being
He was
pretty
just like-
like, just follow the rules. Like, don't bring
Yeah.
your fucking dog to school.
But are you telling me that, like, well, the way you guys are saying it of don't bring your fucking dog to school, that
Well,
is.
don't bring your fucking dog to
Well,
school.
obviously the
No,
show
they're
kind of frames it
paraphrasing
as he's
him.
being an asshole, but he's just being kind of like normal. Like, yeah, just don't.
He's
bring
just
your
being
dog.
like
I'm-
firm.
But okay, so are you telling me that because one girl doesn't follow his rules,
No,
he's
but
up
then it's a
ready
little
to
bit
quit?
like, oh no, actually nobody follows the rules. Everybody's kind of an asshole. That's
Yeah,
why he's
even though
quitting.
he's only been at the school for a day, they're like, no, you can't quit. It won't be the
leave,
same
it'll
without
be
you.
to-
Also-
it won't be the same without you. He's been here. a day.
Yeah.
What? He's been here a day, and
Yeah.
he probably won't be in the next
He
episode.
probably
He
is not
won't
gonna come
be.
back.
He probably won't be in the
He
The
rest
moral
probably
of the
won't. We
episode
got
is
a
follow the
cameo
rules,
at
kids,
best.
and listen to the police.
Yeah, the
Because he's
moral
like
of-
Sheriff Skyfire's like, oh, he's probably quitting because everybody's a fucking asshole in the school.
The moral of this episode is Blue Lives Matter.
Oh no! No!
No! Don't turn it into politics.
Not
Yeah,
politics.
Let's not say anything more on the
That's
matter.
it. But yeah, then
yeah.
oh yeah, the monster
So
Lily
they
comes. He puts a fucking bomb in a trash can, and
And
quits
then the
sorting-
security officer was
he's-
sorting through it and was like, I don't know what this metal thing is, but it's recyclable, so I put it.
But the
away.
White Ranger sees it, and
And
she
doesn't
completely
know.
sees it, and it's just like, yeah, that's normal. Until Sheriff Skyfire pulls out a picture of the monster of the week, and she's like, wait a second, that looks like the thing that he threw away. And then it's just like, oh no, he's gonna explode!
Yeah.
Then they go
Oh my
stop him.
god, JC and Bob.
They go stop him and throw the bomb in like a fucking hole and explodes, and everybody's fine.
Yeah. Like,
But-
so they took this episode that could have actually had something happening in it for once because they had a fucking Metal Heroes character showing
But
up
no,
and they did nothing.
Fucking happened.
Yeah. So,
They go to a fucking Sentai stage. The Sentai stage you see a lot in Sentai because it's Sentai footage.
It's a stage in a public park in Tokyo.
and
Yeah.
so what I really want to call attention to is the ending of the
The
episode.
ending of the episode, because this part was just Sentai footage, so it was kind of cool.
So right at the end. So Victor and Monty were using their position as
deputy
deputies,
sheriffs.
deputy security guards to just take people's stuff.
Like a
And
banana.
then and then they're eating blueberries, which it turns out was someone's attempt to make astronaut food or something.
But
So
he didn't get the
they-
formula right, so they become
so
Willy
they-
Wonka.
Yeah, they inflate into blueberries. So yes, that means that Victor and Monty blueberry inflation porn is now canon.
Yeah.
Shut up!
It
It's
is
not
Why?
porn!
Why, Ro?
In the end, it was just a shitty
Rose.
Willy Wonka reference.
I understand that you suffer every time you hear the word inflation, but
Dude,
you don't have to drag us into the suffering.
But that's what it
especially-
is. It's not. We're not like exaggerating. They literally blow up into balloons.
Yeah, I
And the
get that. But it's not
blueberries, well,
porn.
Okay, but
that's
it was
what
still
that's
inflation.
that is
fetish.
literally the exact thing that those people would get off to, whether or not.
And you guys think I'm
Who are
crazy
those
for-
people here?
Inflation
The
fetishists.
people who are into blueberry inflation.
Why does it have to be specifically blueberries?
Because
Because
there
that's
is
the origin of
an
Willy
it.
Wonka
there is
reference.
an
I
explicit
hope you all can
subset
feel my
of
despair.
inflation fetishists
There's always weird.
I can
because of
see it.
Willy Wonka get off to people inflating into blueberries.
Oh god, I didn't know that was a thing.
I've unfortunately seen this.
Oh god, I didn't know that was a thing.
No,
And
that's
this isn't
the thing.
the only thing that Sentai
and that's why I was so terrified
Oh god.
when I heard that
Trust me.
this is going to be a thing in this episode, and then it turned out it was exactly as bad as I was thinking.
And yeah, they do that and the episode ends and nobody's happy.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to actually know what Jiraiya is in the Ninja universe, he's actually like the head of the Ninja Council of the world.
That's great.
That's great.
Yeah, he's like this big, massive deal.
But
Yeah.
no, he's just Sheriff Skyfire.
Sheriff
'cause we can't-
Skyfire, who has nothing to do with anything of the story and will
In
never
a
again.
series called
About
Ninja
ninjas.
Steel,
And the
we
reason-
can't have anything involving ninjas happen.
It's
We
just
can
like-
in a series called Ninja Steel, where their transformation phrase is Ninja Spin. We
they dress up
cannot
as
make
ninjas.
any direct mentions to ninjutsu.
I
And
don't
the
know
thing
what
is, like-
what they're like. This is the same thing that happened with fucking Super Mega
With
Force?
samurai, this is the same thing that happened with samurai as well, where they never made any direct reference
Well-
to samurai.
Or Japan.
Well, Samurai, Samurai
live in
was
a-
like still like
They live
there
in
was like a few
California.
things, mostly because of how closely Samurai was trying to stick
But
to
like Super
Shinken.
Mega Force, where they weren't pirates.
Yeah, they just straight up were
No,
like
no, guys, they're still an angel.
And
group.
Megaforce, where they're not angels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
It's
though
like they
they
just get
clearly
rid of
tried-
like all the fucking themes of
No, no.
Sentai.
Which is fucked up because we had Ninja Storm, which was about ninjas.
Yeah, but that
Because-
was Disney. We can't do that.
They
No,
had
because
fucking-
Disney makes sense.
Like Beast, what was it? Jungle
Well,
Fury was still about kung fu and shit.
Well, here's
That's
the thing.
Disney.
Okay, you're all right.
Dino
Here's one. All
Charge is
right.
still about Dino.
Okay.
Disney.
But that was
No,
also-
Dino
remember-
Charge was not Disney. Dino Charge was not Disney.
It wasn't.
That
I'm
was
not
the
talking
law.
about
No,
Disney.
But the only reason-
No, they're
I'm not
okay with
talking
keeping
about-
dinosaurs
I'm sorry.
because
I meant
remember
Dino
Mighty
Thunder. I
Morphin?
meant Dino Thunder. I'm sorry. I got those two mixed
But
up.
no, the thing is, remember Mighty Morphing? They're fine with dinosaurs because remember
Yeah.
Mighty Morphing.
If I'm with
Hey,
dinosaurs
remember-
against magic.
Hey, remember fucking
Mighty Morphin. Remember Tommy?
yeah, I remember Tommy. Tommy was the Green Ranger.
Can you say green?
And then, can you say green? Can you say white? He was also the White Ranger,
he was
but
also...
not like that girl White Ranger. He was a cool White Ranger with a penis.
Oh god.
And a sword that talked.
Even though nobody gives a shit.
Everybody loved his time.
And his suit looked extremely different from the others.
Why was that?
Because-
Who knows?
And
Who
then, he
knows?
became the
I
Red
don't
Ranger.
know.
Then it was
Tyrant.
revealed he was Native
Can you count to
American.
5?
He was, I'm sorry, Indigenous American.
How do you spell your name? What's the first letter of your name? Is it A? Is it
Yeah,
B?
so I want to fucking. So
Is
anyway,
it
Ninja
the
Steel-
Lord of Darkness?
Ninja Steel makes me want to fucking die, and I hope Beast Morphers isn't that bad.
I hope so too.
Yes.
But we still have
We
those
all
worrying
hope-
fucking.
We
Yeah, okay.
have
Characters.
nothing, is what we
Right.
have.
No,
we have
nothing.
We
Since
have
last
news.
time.
We have
So,
news of
Character names have been
and their
announced,
actors.
and the actors, and hang on, let
I
me-
know they're actors. What are the names?
We know that one of them is Blaze. That's the one that
Yeah.
sticks out because it's
Uh,
probably entered.
So, Blaze
Oh, you're talking about
yeah.
the okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's Ben and Betty, who are probably the
Brother and
comedy
sister.
duo, because the comedy duo brothers and sisters. Ben is apparently pretty. Ben is actually apparently pretty young, and he's also, I don't want to be rude, but he's fat, and I'm pretty sure that they're unfortunately going to take that and do terrible fat jokes with that.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
gonna be-
I
he's
Might
gonna
not to
really
be
like-
I
offensive,
saw
but
the fat kid, and I'm like, I'm worried.
I am
The-
very worried. Like, if
I'm
they don't
worried.
do it, like, here's the thing: if they don't
Here's
do
the-
any fat jokes, and that's just how he looks.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
Which
fine,
is
but
what they
it
did with
just-
Bulk. Like, yeah, Bulk would like eat.
Like I
and
saw
that
comments
was not
on
his whole
that thing of the reveal of those actors, and somebody said, "I hope we get an obese ranger. We need to represent." Fuck off.
Like the whole thing.
These are
about...
physically
Well,
accurate
you-
people.
We have an obese ranger. His name is Shinken Brown.
No, we
Ramirez.
have an obese ranger. His name is Kyoryu Cian. Kyoryu
Yeah. Come
also,
on,
those
Ranger,
two aren't really
come on.
obese. They're just kind of bulky.
No,
Anyway,
Kyoryu Cyan is explicitly fucking fat to the point where his transformation has to slim him down. Remember?
Yeah, that too. But the
Anyway-
thing is, like, for anybody wanting like the fat representation, these are people that have to be physically fit and active.
And they also have to match the character in Japanese.
Anyway, point is
To
best,
some
I
extent
think
or another.
Ben and Betty will have the frog beast bot or whatever they're called as their one for both of them, and then there's going to be either something with them piloting the Enatan mech at some point so they can actually fucking do something related to the plot. At worst, they'll be like Victor and Monty and take screen time away from anything actually involving the Rangers at all for completely unrelated
When we
shit.
get Kamen Rider Victor and Kamen Rider Ma.
Shut up. Shut up.
We do have that. It's the brain and heart.
Shut up.
No, that was the
Shut
joke. I'm saying that fucking. Because there's that one edited picture where they put Victor
Right,
Monkey's
yeah.
head on.
People
driving
joking about how since they did the Metal Heroes crossover, maybe they'll go back and do the
the Kamen
Drive
Rider.
crossover.
Yeah.
And I hope they fucking
And then
don't.
Victor and Monty become Drive.
I don't know if they'll even be able to do that because that was before Star Ninja was introduced.
Yeah. I just
Um,
think it would be
They
good.
can
No,
just
to
say
have-
he's sick.
just have him not be
He's
there.
sick.
No, because this is still a Saban show, they would have to call it Masked Rider.
Fuck off! They
Masked
wouldn't.
Rider.
No, they're not. No, they're not allowed to do Masked Rider
Yeah,
again.
because I think that was like fucking.
Yeah, Toei
Ishimori-
gave the stipulation that they're
that
not
was
allowed to do
Ishimori's
Masked Rider
final
again.
wish before he died. Never let.
Yeah.
fucking
Ishimori
Saban
was
touch
like,
my shit.
don't. He
Did it-
looked at Masked Rider and was like, no.
Don't let fucking
This is-
Saban ever touch me ever again.
I
feel
think,
hurt.
yeah, like for a while Toei were like, we're not going to let Westerners
And the
adapt.
Dragon
Kamen Rider
Knight
rules.
guys had to really convince them.
Like,
Like,
we're
we're-
not even
like,
gonna call it
we're
Masked
far-
Rider. We're just
we're
gonna
not
call it Kamen
we're
Rider
not even
to
letting this
make
guy
sure
get near our
nobody,
production.
everybody knows that this isn't Masked Rider.
Yeah, so there's that.
And
We
they did a
have
good job.
He
We
did a good
also have-
job. It's not entertaining to watch as a group, but it's
Yeah.
a good show.
It's a fine show.
we have Roxy and Blaze, who
Or probably enter and escape.
probably enter and escape, and also Nate, who may be
Beatbuster.
Beatbuster. And they've already said at like a panel that Jay will still be a robot,
Yeah.
because they've
Okay.
said there will be a robot ranger, so don't need to worry
About BJ
about
Stat.
them turning Jay into a human.
Yeah, we
You
still
might have to worry about them making Jay less of an interesting character,
And
but
he's
you don't
just
have to
a
worry about them
robot. I am your robot buddy.
which would kind of ruin the whole point, or like the whole fun of Jay's character.
Yeah, where he's just
is
kind
that-
of an asshole.
Is that he's a robot with human flaws in his personality because Jin thinks that
Human flaws are,
yeah.
are
human
necessary.
flaws are a good thing.
Yeah.
So that's why he made Jay like that.
Give me some Enerton. I'm hungry.
Yeah. So Blaze and Roxy are probably going to be Enter and Escape, but I hope that they have actual fitting names, and considering the names, either those are going to be their human disguise names,
they're
or
gonna be named Control, Alt, and Delete.
or they're going to be who would be the third?
Killtron,
No,
Destructoid, and
No, one of them
reference.
would be called.
I know.
No, one of them's called Control, and the other is called Delete.
That's fine.
That's good.
So even
Delete this.
though it'll be kind of weird because Enter and Escape, I think, are literally written on their monster forms.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not gonna stop them.
Well, you know, you could call them like their forms, Control to Enter and
I guess.
So, Delete, Escape.
Delete Escape.
So it's either their human disguise names and they'll have fitting ones. Those
But
their
we're
actual
guessing that
names
it's supposed to
that are
be
going to be
Blaze and
fucking
Raps.
stupid, or they're like previous agents of the Beast Morphers team that got turned into cyborgs by Evox.
I think you mean Evil.
We don't
Evolved, yes.
know anything about the plot though.
We
No,
don't know
all we
much
know is
about
that
the
Evil
plot.
is there, and that Enerton is still kind of a plot point. I just forget what they call it.
But it's literally
Live
the
Man, you
Morphin
mean,
Grid.
so
It's
What
literally the
friends? Why did you do
right?
that to Live Man?
It's not Enerton, it's the Morphin Grid.
Morphex.
Morphex.
Yeah.
The power of the Morphin Grid got turned into
I
Enerton.
keep setting this off. I just need
Which
to...
makes sense, I suppose. They find a universal energy grid that connects all things. What else
We
is
can
a
use
government
this to power
going
my
to do?
car.
Might as well use it to power things.
Might as well use it to.
Might
turn
as
on my
well
auto
use
blow.
it. It's literally the exact opposite of the fucking
RPM
Doom
blow?
2016. No, of the Doom 2016 thing. Of we found this renewable energy source in hell, but it's the opposite of that, where we found a renewable energy source in the literal power, the literal manifestation of like heroism and virtue that
Also,
echoes throughout the
I'm
universe.
gonna use
Also,
the
the thing
infinite
about the
power
he-
of heroism as to power my auto blow.
yeah. Yeah.
Heroism
So-
is the true green energy source for the auto blow.
So, fucking. So, Beast Morphers will hopefully be good, but we're kind of like.
We're skeptical because
We're-
because Hasbro is untested and Saban has made us bitter.
Yeah.
I mean, Hasbro has.
well, I mean,
done
who
really
hasn't
good
become
shit.
bitter because of Saban that's over the age of 10?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, the thing is,
I bet
Saban-
even
I doubt that even children.
No,
like,
because I've seen children
the
dress
thing
up
is,
as like Ninja
I'm kind
Steel.
of hopeful. I'm
It-
kind of hopeful.
Well,
because
but what do they think?
Hasbro-
But what do they think of all the fucking references to things they don't know?
They won't.
They don't
They don't
think
know
of
it's a
them.
reference. They just think it's a thing.
The thing is, Hasbro has had some good track records for shows.
Yeah,
but
because
then again,
for one, My Little Pony. Like,
Yeah.
Frontiers of Magic was
even
good, but
the
then he
shit
had-
that My
Transformers
Little Pony, despite the shit that My Little
Yeah.
Pony gets, I
Thing.
think it's pretty good.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Transformers Prime, fantastic show, really well done. Then you get what was it? The one that came after it, Transformers Robots in
Robots in Disguise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like just this
Night and
trash.
day.
Yeah.
It's like night and day. Yeah.
Like, I hope it's good. Like, I'll push for
I
it.
too hope it's good, but until then, I will wait and see until it's over.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's about all we know about Beast Morphers. Oh, we also know
Yeah.
that he gets to keep his goatee.
Yeah. The one of the dude with the
Blue.
goatee.
Blue.
Yeah.
Blue
Blue
Ranger
gets to
has
keep
a-
his beard.
He gets to keep his goatee, and that bodes well for them not being in high school.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
beards got
Watch
to
him
live.
still be high school.
Which means that, which means the influence.
So that just means Blue's gonna be a teacher.
Because they looked at Kentoku, were like, let's have that.
Let's
Let's
make.
have the beard.
They're looking to build the whole time.
there-
Also,
there
something
was-
also-
also
now.
something good is that at the very least, the chick who plays the Yellow Ranger has been showing off on Instagram or something,
that she's
right?
watching,
That
Yeah,
she's
she-
watching Go Busters.
Yeah, she was watching Go Busters. She showed it on her Instagram story a while back.
Well, we need to see like how she responds. Like, oh, that's different than what we did. Depending on how she says it, it's just like, oh no, or
Like, she says-
oh
No.
Like,
There
she
was
made a
only-
tweet like that Monday morning feel, and it has a picture of a monster going, "I need Enerton."
Yeah, she hasn't posted much about it. It was just that one clip of her watching the Vacuumroid clip,
Somebody send her a
The
Zi-O
super-
so she can actually watch one of the best Sentais.
but like she
Well,
apparently she was watching Go Busters, so
Well, the
Yeah,
whole
the
reason
Super
she's
Right.
watching Go Busters is because that's the show she's fucking doing.
Yeah.
it could be
Yeah,
like
but
trying to
that's-
get inspiration of how to play her character, so she's trying to.
yeah,
Yeah.
which would be nice.
Yeah.
Probably watching Yoko to understand like Yoko's mannerisms.
Yeah, which would be nice if we could have the
Like trying to
her
figure out
still
how
be
she could
kind of
differentiate
yeah.
herself from Go Yellow or Go Buster.
Yellow Buster.
Yellow Buster.
Yellow Buster.
Speaking
Yellow
of
Buster.
that, makes me just-
Color Buster, and for the gold and silver ones, it's
Beat Buster.
Beat
or
Buster and
Stag
Stag Buster.
I've
That
seen
just makes me-
Go Busters. It's just been a while.
that just makes me want to have like all of the other like Power Rangers actors just watching their shows that they're from.
Yeah, like
Like that
like, I
Dino
wanna see
Thunder
us-
Austin
episode.
St. John met Geki.
Yeah, I know, and
That was a really
great.
cool
They-
moment.
No, it's not even that. They both screwed up on the transformation when they did it for their panel.
Yeah.
They both dropped the coin. The thing and the
Doofuses.
coin like falls out.
Yeah.
On both of them, and they're like, oh.
Yeah, it's because you know why it falls out so easily.
Why?
Because I have the Tommy Legacy Morpher
Yeah.
or whatever, and literally the button on the back where you're supposed to put your hand to grip it,
Yeah.
your knuckles can very easily press against the eject button for the coin
Oh wow.
because
Yeah,
it's a
it's-
big huge button.
At least
And,
they've
like, they
been
both have to,
moving more
like-
for-
But yeah, I would like to. I really hope that's the reason she's watching it, to get like
Dude,
how
I
she
would
could
love to do that.
differentiate herself from Yoko.
Like, I would love to get the remaining Mighty Morphin cast to just watch Zi-O together,
Yeah,
because that would be
Proceeds to ignore the director's instructions and access
as an American Yoko.
American Yoko.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Okay, so that's about it for Sentai / Power Rangers. We got a trailer for the Jenga thing. I haven't seen Garo.
Oh yeah,
I haven't
we
seen
should
Garo
we should all
either.
Yeah,
do a
Garo.
group watch
Should.
of Garo or
I've
something.
seen a bit of Garo.
We can watch-
actually.
we
I've
can
seen a bit
watch
of
the
Garo.
I've
original
also seen a
Garo.
couple episodes of Garo.
I've so only
Yes.
watched episode 1 of the anime.
Like I saw him fight that
the anime is
one
not very
monster
indicative
that
of the
was
show.
like making him play games or whatever.
I would recommend just watching the original Garo because like Garo is kind of like a timeline thing.
Well, I did watch the
Yeah.
original Garo. It was
Well,
the
except
one-
for but Jenga's in like another. I know that there's multiple
yeah, he's in
continuities.
like the latest Garo series.
Yeah, there's like a different continuity, and Jenga is part of that second continuity, not the first with Koga.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. I can't really comment on it, but it's a thing.
Yeah.
It looks super good, and I
Masahiro Inoue.
Masahiro Inoue is always a treat to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And that
So-
fucking scream he lets out in the trailer, holy shit!
Yeah.
So let's see. Is there anything else to talk about, or can we just move into our?
I did.
Let's-
Well, I can talk about something that I saw, which would lead into my week.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I
Nice
finally
smooth
got to see
transition.
I finally got to see Ultraman and Arby's.
Oh, how'd you?
Ah,
like
Ultraman
yeah.
Lube.
How are you liking Luby?
It's all right. I only got to see like the first episode.
Ah.
But it was all right. It was they kind of Deus Ex Machina the way the guys get the powers.
How so?
I do like that they just kind of get caught in a blast and then they just get
Powers.
the
Luby powers.
I don't remember what yeah
The RB Gyro.
the Rube Gyro the crystals yeah.
Yeah.
They just get them.
I've been meaning
Which
to
I'm
give it a look. It's not on Crunchyroll, is it?
It's
No,
not
it's
on
not.
it, which it makes no sense why it's not.
Because they had Jeed.
They had Jeed, they had X, and they've had Orb.
And they had
They had, like, a
80
bunch of
and Mebius and
They have 80 and
yeah.
Mebius
But they
and
just
Max
randomly
and
decided, nah,
Nexus.
we're not gonna do Luby.
they have this weird mishmash of the ones that they have.
The ones that like they could get the license to, I guess, because they also don't have Tiga or Dinah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they got
Well,
Tiga.
Tiga owns.
No,
owned
Tiga's
by-
not on there.
Is owned by 4Kids.
I'm sure.
Oh.
I'm
I
sure
can
that
check
license.
that
Is,
right now.
I am sure.
Well,
that
yeah,
that
for one,
license has
4Kids doesn't
since-
fucking exist anymore.
And I'm sure that license has been bought by somebody else.
Probably.
Maybe.
Maybe, but no. All we know is that 4Kids is dead completely.
Yeah, but like
I'm pretty
it was
sure that
alright.
4
I do
licensing
like
is also dead.
I do like the dynamic of the brothers. The Red's like kind of the responsible one, but he's responsible in trying to keep the store going, whereas Blue is kind of the more younger kind of.
Happy-go-lucky.
He's kind of he's kind of a rascal kind of character, but he's also like the smartest one in that he
Yeah.
loves science.
Yeah.
Whereas the older brother is just doing his own thing
Shonen
with the
protagonist.
not really shonen protagonist. He's just kind of like he's the big brother.
Yeah.
He's the Oni-chan.
Okay.
But he's also like, oh, this blouse will go great with this shirt. Trust me on this. Trust me. And he's like just trying to get people, and he's like the hardest worker at the store, whereas the younger brother's doing his own thing.
Yeah. Alright.
I did not get to see much of the villain character, whose name I can't ever
The
remember.
guy who's
Aizen.
like super into Ultra.
Aizen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aizen,
I just-
who
I
is
just
the
saw-
world's
Oh, that's
biggest
something we
orb.
forgot to talk about. We
What?
forgot to talk about two things. First,
Fuck.
we have to talk about that as a group we watched the Bleach live action movie on Netflix.
Right.
Okay,
You guys.
watched is a stretch
It's-
because
Wait,
I'm sorry.
tolerated
I'm
it.
sorry. I'm sorry. We talked about G Gundam while the Bleach
because
movie
at
played in
some
the
point
background.
halfway through we just stopped paying attention and started talking about ridiculous G Gundam design.
What happened is someone was asking if Chad was the only Mexican anime character, and I
Yeah.
joked, "No, of course not. There's the Tequila Gundam."
There's
And-
Tequila
And then
Gundam.
I started fanboying because G Gundam
And then
is
I also
literally
said-
one of my favorite animes of all time.
Go ahead.
And yeah, that's what we watched it because, like, the beginning we mostly watched it because it stars fucking
Gensura.
Forze,
Forze
The-
Gensura Kizuragi.
the Forze Riders actually,
Yeah,
because
because-
Nadeshiko and Ryusei are there too.
Yeah, Nadeshiko and Ryusei are both characters.
Yeah,
Ryusei
but I
just
also-
happens to play the rival character, and
He
he
plays-
Nadeshiko
doesn't
happens
get to
play-
do enough.
And Nadeshiko plays the love interest.
Who
plays
does
anime.
nothing? Who does even less?
Who does even less than her even anime counterpart?
That's the funny
Yeah.
thing. And
Which
so
does
It was
Even
just
less.
This
it was
movie is a complete
rushed.
train
Like
wreck.
the acting
It's fine.
acting where it is
Yeah, it's
present is
They're all
fine. But
veteran.
everything else is just a train wreck.
The writing's
Mhm.
bad. The special effects
The
aren't great.
pacing is bad. The special
The
effects. are
fight
bad.
scenes aren't that great.
The fight scenes are fine just because
They're
it,
Yeah.
passable.
like
They're
when it's
passable.
just them fighting with swords, it's fine.
we cracked jokes about we cracked jokes about what if fucking Ichigo
just
gets
build up
up
Forze
4
Dread.
times. No, like
In the ending.
the last
in the
fight
ending,
scene.
he's fighting
What if he gets
Byakuya and Byakuya beats him instantly and just he does the cool.
Keeps
And
thing.
we
on-
talked
keeps
about like what if he
happening.
gets up like a shit ton of times, and I literally said, what if he gets up 4 times? He got up 4 times.
And
And
every
the thing
single
is, and
time
every-
he did the cool sheath thing.
Yeah,
Every
and the
time,
thing
every
is-
time Byakuya beat him, he did the sheath thing, and it just
Several
got more and
times.
more stupid.
The thing is, and there were several times where he just would not swing the sword to get the blood off, which means his sword's gonna get rusty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, for one, it's a ghost sword, so maybe it doesn't get affected by rust.
Ghost Rust.
So,
Gross.
And they're
so
just
the
like,
entire movie is just kind of a mess because they had to rush the entire first arc of Bleach. And a lot
I don't
of
Which
think
they
they're going to
did
do any of the
have
other
to.
arcs.
I don't think they're
They're
even gonna
not.
do a second movie because this movie
they're
ends
not. There's no
definitively.
way.
This
The
This
movie
movie
ends
ends
definitively.
pretty definitively, but also a lot of people apparently liked it and
Really?
want. Well,
In
yeah.
Japan?
I'm not sure.
Those people are crazy.
Because this is a terrible movie.
Because the thing is, you don't even see anybody else get their powers. You don't see Chad with his
Arm of the
his
giant.
arms, the arms of the giant.
Orihime doesn't use her hair clips.
The
Or
movie
Stargate made us
apparently
get
didn't have good
berries.
sales in Japan.
Okay, that says
Um,
something.
We see Iryu with his bow.
Yeah,
with
Uryu
his bow
gets
that
his cool
looks-
bow.
His bow that looks better than it does in the anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one.
And we
Weird
do see
anachronism.
we do see Renji and Byakuya, obviously. Byakuya does
The
get to do
Rukia-
his Zanpakuto.
The Rukia actress is fine, but she had the worst hair.
Her hair was pretty
There-
bad.
It is inexcusable.
And she didn't get to but yeah, Renji got to use his Sanpakuto.
Shikai.
I thought Shikai was the first form.
Shikai's like essentially the second form.
Oh. Anyway, he got to use the form where he has the blade that stretches.
The serrated
and he cuts Ichigo's sword in half.
No, it's the other way around.
No, Ichigo cuts
His
his
sword
sword
in
in half.
And that's a big deal.
Bullshit. That's
In
pretty
Bleach,
bullshit.
yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
But yeah, it's he does that in the show. That happens in the show where Renji slices his sword in half.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry, I got that confused.
Yeah.
Again, we weren't paying much attention.
Because it was that
We were
boring.
we were too busy showing
There's
hilarious.
a 30-minute montage
Yeah.
of like Ichigo deciding I'm gonna be a Soul Reaper, and yeah,
And just a big training montage where it's like
I'm gonna throw baseballs at you.
it's.
I'm falling asleep thinking about this. Can we move on?
We could talk
Yes,
about what
okay.
me and Rose and Sota watched though, which you guys didn't watch, which is actually the complete opposite of this. Fucking Turbo Kid.
Yeah, Turbo Kid. So I think Turbo Kid is really interesting in terms of things they've been doing, like the.
That sounds familiar to me. Was
It
it
is
about
a
like a kid on a
Netflix- it is-
bicycle?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It is a
Oh, yeah.
Netflix movie, indie film from I believe 2011, and it is about It's a post-apocalyptic movie, but the post-apocalypse is 90s themed.
It's
Oh,
1997
It
is when the movie takes place.
It's a film based off an indie short.
Yeah,
And it takes place in the post-apocalypse.
it was actually 2015 that it got released.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For a future of 1997. And the main character is Turbo Kid. You never find out his real name. People just
his
call
name
him.
is just the kid. Yeah.
And basically he lives in the post-apocalypse and just lives in a bunker where he collects a whole bunch of 90s shit or 80s shit.
Include comic books about a character called
Called
Turbo Rider,
which is a bit too on the nose.
Yeah.
And he meets this girl named Apple. And he goes on an adventure, and it's a really good movie. It is post-apocalyptic, like Mad Max style, where there's
And in Canada.
there is a shitload of gore and shit.
Yeah, it's
Isn't Sam Fisherman in that?
I'm not sure.
He was in everything. What's his name?
Troy Baker.
No, Sam Fisher. Troy
That
Baker never
person?
played Sam Fisher.
The
No,
The guy that plays Sam Fisher.
Sam Fisher, the guy who voiced him.
Let me look.
He was in Total Recall.
Michael Ironside.
Michael Ironside.
Michael
Yeah.
Ironside plays the main
He's
villain.
the villain.
Named
Yeah.
Zeus.
Yeah, he does a super fucking good job.
He does a really good job as the villain. He's very threatening, but also kind of goofy.
Yeah,
It's that kind of goofiness that's really like you have to be like, I'm not comfortable.
yeah. So the thing about Turbo Kid is, I went into it expecting it to be a lot more like jokey than it actually is. It
is really good.
While-
The writing is very good.
Yeah, while of course the whole idea of the 1997 Earth,
I think
where
one
they
of my
have to
favorite
use
parts about this
bikes
movie is that
instead of
since there's no
cars.
fuel, there's no cars or anything. Everybody just rides around on bikes,
Yeah, like there's clearly stuff that's like
bicycles.
that's like not that was clearly made up, thought of that was on entirely serious in the concept, but like it's played seriously in the movie.
Yeah, like you have an
which is
entire gang
great.
of like goons coming up on like tiny bicycles.
But like there's no like jokes in there's not really many jokes like haha look how silly this is, they're on bikes instead of in cars.
But no, they're just like, oh no, they're
played
here.
seriously. It's a thing where the premise is rather silly, but they actually do play it as they play it well. They don't feel the need to have a ton of
Like there are jokes in the
self-aware
movie,
jokes.
but they're more
There
like,
are jokes, of course, but like it's not like a constant like tongue-in-cheek thing, which is what I was
most of the time
expecting.
it is serious. And
I'm glad it wasn't. I'm glad it wasn't constantly.
And the practical effects
tongue-in-cheek.
are really good.
Yeah.
Like they have like guts coming out and a whole bunch of goods and a whole bunch of
Yeah.
cool action.
And I'm pretty sure a guy gets like half his head chopped off.
Yes,
yeah.
he gets half his head chopped off and it like spins around as it falls off. It's really good. I don't want to spoil anything, so I think we shouldn't like, because I just think everyone should go watch it.
Yeah,
It's
and
Yeah,
good.
it's a great movie. You can find it on Netflix. At least in
in case you
America.
didn't catch it also, in case you didn't catch it the first time, it was made in Canada.
It was made in
Yeah.
Canada.
By the way, I just wanted to say,
So
since,
yeah, repping my home country.
since
What'd
I
you
was
say?
able to watch Ultraman Arby's, that means I was at. The reason why I was able to was
You
because I
went
was being.
to a convention, right?
I went to a convention, Anime Weekend
Convention
Atlanta.
last time, I believe.
Oh, nice.
You did
And
mention
you
I
went,
mentioned I was going to be
and
there.
and you went. You didn't just go there. You went as someone, did you not?
Yes, I went since we are doing a Kamen Rider anniversary. I went as a certain
Honorary Decade.
anniversary character from another Kamen Rider show. You see
Yeah.
my ugly mug on that cosplay of me taking a picture at the mirror.
Hopefully that will be in the upload.
I'll save it
well,
later.
I'll just put it
stream.
right there. You
Yeah.
can see my
Big
ugly
ol'
mug and
sign
the Narataki hat. I did get some
Honorary
shots
Decade.
with a big
Yeah.
giant speech bubble there.
Honorary Decade.
I did also get to see the Pac-Man X-Aid movie.
That
It
is
was
a
nice.
fantastic movie. I think it's the best.
Yeah, it's a pretty
crossover
good movie.
I think it's the best crossover.
I thought it was alright.
The biggest crossover since Infinity War.
I think Heisei Gen Final is better than it, but like it's pretty good.
But also that's kind of biased because Ankaneji.
Yeah.
I know,
But I
even
mainly like
disregarding
I
them-
like Heisei Gen. I like Dr. Pac-Man more just because my main problem with Heisei Gen Final is that it didn't feel like a good crossover movie with the other writers because they're barely in the movie at all.
Well,
Mm.
that's why we have Heisei Gen forever.
Hopefully.
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 It's literally it's
Because
literally
my favorite part
yeah.
of Dr. Pac-Man versus Dr. Pac-Man is the like 10-minute scene where it just goes through all three of the past writers and they do their cool shit. And that was one
Yeah.
thing I was disappointed with Heisei Gen Final is that we didn't get that scene at all for like Forza.
Yeah, they were just fighting a ton of
Oh
a
yeah,
ton
leaks
of
are saying that double
Foundation
Decade
X
and
Bucksters.
So no, Foundation X Guardians.
No,
The
that, no,
Bucksters are already gone.
no. Remember, there are Foundation X. They're Bugsters, and then there.
No, it was. I'm pretty sure it was
Anyway,
the Guardians.
there have been leaks.
I remember the Guardians don't come later.
It's not
No.
it's not very clear if they're real or not, but currently leaks are
Okay.
saying that Decade,
Yeah,
Double, and X.
So the leak image, by the way, are using the RAH figures. You can see it in Double's arm joint, so it's fake.
Yeah, it's fake.
Because why would they be using figures for the promo
yeah,
image?
it might be fake,
Yeah, that is super fake.
Yeah, that's a little fake.
which is kind of sad.
What is
Yeah.
not fake is what I got at the convention.
What'd you got?
I'm only going to go over the writer stuff. I got, which you probably.
Well,
been
hang
hearing
on.
as-
There's one writer saying that that you have to go over, and you have to put it to your mic. It needs
Oh
no
well, you've
introduction.
probably heard this several times throughout
you've
because I've
been
been messing with
it all
it.
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, you've been.
I'm
doing
sorry.
it.
I'm very sorry.
But
it's
but
just fun
if
to mess around
everyone
with.
if everyone can be quiet, would you please, Sano?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'd watch
Of worst boy.
I thought-
of best
Best
boy.
boy.
Trash boy.
No.
Terminator boy.
No go.
And I also got a item for a future cosplay, which I will let it speak for itself.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can guess what cosplay I'm doing next.
Hero.
And I got two figure arts. I got Agito's Shining, which is a really good figure art. It's very well built. It has this. It I think has like the Type 2 shoulder pads where they're like on a peg and a ball system. So it's just like a little different to handle. And then I also got, because I have Ultra 7's re-release figure art, I got the Dan Moriboshi figure art.
Ooh. Nice.
Nice.
And it's actually real fun to pose. I put him in one of these like weird like kind of shoot poses where his like guts kind of just sticking out real far and his butt's just kind of sticking up in the air a little bit.
So you basically made him twerk.
No, I'll grab him and I'll take a picture of him quick, just so you can see.
I'm dying.
We all are.
Okay, this is gonna be great for the podcast.
Yeah, lovely silence.
Nothing but silence.
Yeah, it's.
Oh,
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I was looking at something.
I guess I'll just. Post
Anyways,
it. Anyway.
Okay.
Oh, there it
Wait,
is.
that's a picture that we can't. I'm too lazy to show for right now.
Great.
No, it's just
Cool.
so everybody knows, like, can see just like the kind of pose that I gave him.
Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
so
Yeah, it looks a
anyway,
little goofy, yeah.
Anybody want to go into their thing they want to talk about for this week?
And I'm
I want to talk about how Modern Warfare Remastered is kind of ass,
It is.
and
No.
Or it is.
and how Black Ops 3 is actually pretty fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Talk about
Okay, then I'll talk about it.
I
So,
don't know anything about Call of Duty, so
one cool thing about Black Ops 3 is that literally every single mode in the game, the campaign, the zombies, that you can all be done co-op.
that's cool.
All of it. Literally, you press it does the thing of press X to start or whatever. Press any, but no. Like when you boot up the game, it's you press any button to continue or whatever, and you press it, and you are immediately in a lobby, and you see press X to add second controller or whatever.
I pressed the off button for my PS4 and it turned off. That's kind of bullshit. It said any button.
You said any button.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice Aaron Hansen impression.
Well, no, that was supposed to
Wow.
be. That was supposed to be DSP.
Wow, I have to
Wow.
exploit the bugged
Yeah.
The
Santa
bugged
also saw some.
console
Yeah,
mechanic.
Cosplay
this
people.
is just for us. I also saw Poppy and a Taiga.
Yeah,
Those are
Yeah.
the only two.
of course.
Mm. And in that Poppy picture, there's a Spider-Man whose eyes are falling off.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Spoder.
He's looking with his pose. He's looking kind of Spider-Man there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With his hands yeah. But
I gotta get to Dr. Connor's class.
so yeah.
Oh no!
Gotta get to
Dr.
he took that guy's pizzas.
Connor's class. I was so
Dude, that's
caught
Spider-Boy.
up what I was doing. I forgot all about it.
Pizza time.
It's gonna kill
Pizza
me.
time. Pizza time.
I really need that Spider
I
Boy.
don't think there's
upgrade?
any person in media that's
But-
worse. There are two characters in media that are awful. They're the two worst characters in media. One, it's the girl who didn't want to pay for the pizzas because they got a minute late.
And the second is Sheldon Cooper. And
No,
the
I was gonna
third,
say second is the guy who wouldn't let Spider-Man and Spider-Man 3 into the theater because he was a bit late.
the
No,
third,
I think-
no, that's the second.
Got really implied to be Mysterio.
No, that's the second.
Terrible
that's-
person. The worst
No,
people
but-
in media.
No, but this is
No,
the
I-
second fucking
Anybody?
Bruce
What? Hello?
Campbell.
Like he was being a jerk about it, but he's not actually. He's actually doing his job.
But he's being a jerk about it.
And he was
He
like,
explaining
explaining that
can I
just
have
go?
and not be a jerk about it.
Yeah.
But still, the first lady's the worst.
Well, the
I'm
first
not
lady's
fan
the
of
worst because
those.
you can clearly see he's there on time. He just didn't put it on the desk on time.
Yeah. It's like
'Cause
I'm
it's
not
like,
paying for
that-
these.
That's not even fair.
And again, it's like if a pizza gets there and they have the whole bullshit oh, if it's not there in 30 minutes or less, you get it for free. And the dude gets there 2 minutes late, I'll be like, yeah, I'll just pay for it. Well, if it's 10,
That's
or
why
15
Domino's doesn't actually do the 30-minute thing anymore.
No
Yeah.
one does that anymore.
because people are assholes.
Because
No, they'll just not answer the door
And
for, like,
because,
10 minutes.
reckless driving.
Yeah. But yeah, if they're 15 minutes late and they do that, then I'll be like, yeah, I'll just take the free pizza. But it's you
Yeah.
were pretty late.
But, like,
My pizza's
the
already
thing
full,
is, again,
probably.
it's not even that he was late. Is that he was there. She saw him. She saw
yeah,
he had
was
the
having
pizzas,
trouble
and he was
in
having.
the closet. You should
Yeah,
just-
and that,
And yeah,
and then
fuck
she
that
just
lady.
like,
I'm not paying for these. And it's like,
and
fuck
it's
you.
like,
You
I was
lost Peter
here,
Parker
I
his
was
other
in the
job.
building. He's in the building. That counts.
So, the thing
Don't be mean to Peter Parker, everybody. Peter Parker's a good
The
boy.
thing I want to talk about, and I'm sure most of you have things to say about it.
Well, hang on. I was we
sorry.
got sidetracked from talking about
Sorry.
Black Ops.
Yeah.
I-
So
I don't know if I'm back to it.
so yeah, no, it's fine. But
Yes.
so
Yeah.
Black Ops is very fun. The multiplayer is surprisingly fun. The multiplayer has this weird. I know it's kind of odd for me to be talking about Black Ops when the game came out, Black Ops 3 when it came out in like 2015 or something, right?
Yeah.
But a couple months back, it was free on PlayStation Plus. So I am, But again, that was also a couple months ago. But
Yeah, around
yeah, but it does like this weird twist on the hero shooter thing, where like the game is just all they're rather than just having generic soldiers or whatever, you
Have Tracer from Overwatch.
but you have these characters, these 10 characters who are called specialists, and
Like in-
you start with 4 of them unlocked, and then as you level up, you unlock
So like
5
what's
more.
It called? What's it called? Tom Clancy's
League of Legends?
Rainbow Six? Like Rainbow Six?
Yes, like Rainbow Six.
Siege.
Yeah, sort of.
Like Siege.
Siege. Yes.
Siege.
But it's closer in gameplay style to a dead, a sadly dead thing, Ghost in the Shell First Assault Online.
I played
which
that. I played that.
Yeah, it was very fun. It died. December of last year.
Oh.
But you remember how it played before they added
Yeah.
the weird class system thing, where
Yeah.
they divided where
I
you
think.
could have any, but you remember you could just have any gun and be any of the Section 9 characters.
I'm not sure. I think I might have played it after that because I remember Motoko having specific abilities she had.
Well, no, no. Do you remember being able to use an assault rifle as Motoko, not a
think-
submachine gun,
I think I remember that.
or a shock, or
I think so.
Okay, then that's what I'm talking about. Anyway, that was a very fun game that I enjoyed, despite its flaws, and its death saddened me, and so Black Ops 3 kind of fills in that void nicely. Even if literally every game I get into, I have to go in and mute whatever squeakers are there.
Suck my dick, old man. Oh no, he's here, Squeaky McSqueakerson.
Kamen Rider Ghost, what's the good series? Y'all just dumb.
Oh God.
I would report someone for hacking for saying that.
Because they're not a real person. They
He's
hack-
hacking my brain.
Yeah,
Mind hacks.
Mind hacking.
mind hacksaws.
But no, it was it's very fun. You start with 4 of the specialists. You start with 4 of the specialists, and as you level up, you unlock another 5, and then there's a thing where like the loot box thing is handled relatively well and not crap, where like where you earn like
You
these
earn loot
things.
boxes.
No, you don't earn the loot boxes. You earn the things to buy loot boxes, but you like earn them at a reasonable rate. And like, and there are only 2 options. There are 5 options, but there are only 2 that let you spend like the actual like current real world money bought currency on them. And the other 3 options are like you have to earn the thing. You have to earn the overtime currency.
Yeah.
And occasionally, occasionally you'll get challenges. You'll get challenges that get you more of the currency, you get challenges that give you more of the currency, but you'll also get some challenges that give you a mercenary contract, which lets you play as the 10th character, whose ability is that he can use the abilities of all 9 of the others.
I'm pretty sure I remember reading of how it works. Like it's the ability of the last person you killed.
Okay, so the way it works is each of the 9 characters has an ability. It has the choice between an ability and a weapon. The abilities, for example, the one I like playing as, Outrider, she has her weapon is a bow with explosive tipped arrows. That when you just tap the trigger, she like shoots it and it goes in an arc. But if you hold it, it flies perfectly straight. And her ability is a vision pulse that like spreads out from her and highlights enemies through walls and stuff for like a short amount of time. And there are other, and the other ones all have like all the weapons are crazy powerful and stuff. Another one has just a single action revolver that is capable of destroying like UAVs and like a lot of the aircraft and stuff in like 1 or 2 shots.
Oh.
So that's how powerful it is. The campaign, I haven't gone through much of the campaign. It's it's standard Call of Duty campaign. We gotta fight the bad guys.
From what I've heard, it does some crazy shit.
It does indeed do some crazy shit because the whole thing is it takes place in like the 2060s, 2070s, or whatever.
No,
and
like even crazy for that.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
End of Evangelion.
Yeah. I've heard about that too, but I haven't gotten that far. The zombies mode, because it's Black Ops is a Treyarch made game and Treyarch likes having fun, and Treyarch loves the zombies mode. And the zombies mode with this huge fucking story and deep lore. Zombies mode is very interesting and fun.
Always been the
map that the game comes with, Shadows of Evil. It takes place in like a city in the 1940s, and the characters you play as are voiced. No, it's in the 40s.
It's styled after the 30s.
The Shadows of Evil is the 40s.
Okay. Yeah,
like that's what the stuff says. That's what the stuff. That's what everything says.
Okay.
Anyway, no, but the thing with Shadows of Evil is the characters you play as are voiced and facial and motion captured by Heather Graham, Neil McDonough, who plays the bad guy in Walking Tall, and he played M. Bison in the dumb Chun-Li movie. Good actor, but some weird roles. Heather Graham, Neil McDonough, Ron Perlman, and Jeff Goldblum. Yes, you can play as Jeff Goldblum in Call of Duty.
That's great.
Oh shit.
And the characters they play are a burlesque dancer who murdered a paparazzi guy because he found out she was having an affair with like a Hollywood director to get to score like to score a movie role. A crooked cop who is trying to cover up all of his crooked dealings from the new mayor who wants to crack down on corruption. A boxer who rigs a fight and rigs the referee to look the other way and like beats the fuck out of his opponent with brass knuckles under his gloves. And a failing magician who murders his wife for in a way that seems like an accident for her fucking life insurance. And it turns out that just the 4 of them have been randomly chosen by
The Shadow Man.
The Shadow Man, who's played by Robert Picardo, who plays the hologram doctor on Voyager.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
He's
I like
he's
the big
he's
guy.
a really cool he's a really cool guy. Him who is the servant of like these fucking eldritch elder gods. And he
Oh my God.
makes like a scheme to like deceive them into thinking that they can be redeemed for their actions or whatever, but it's just like just ropes them into a scheme to bring them into reality or whatever. To bring his masters into reality or whatever the fuck. But it goes like all crazy and eldritch and shit, and it's super cool.
Nice.
Yeah, the Apothecon.
The Apothecons, yes.
So,
The Call of Duty's the Treyarch Black Ops Zombies lore is real fucking deep, and I could go at length about it. No, it's Mob of the Dead that's in the 30s, I think, right?
No, like Mob of the Dead is like uncertifiably in the 40s.
No, Mob of the Dead is wait. Fuck, never mind. Anyway,
Because I distinctly remember that. It said like distinctly in the 40s.
okay. Anyways,
I do want to apologize for the lull and like me getting a picture of something.
that's fine.
yeah.
that's
No,
fine.
it's standard
been
fare
waiting
for
for
us
this
is we
Yeah.
like stop talking about things for a while.
Expect nothing, deliver less.
Yeah, that's us. We're real smart, and we clearly know what we're doing.
Yeah. Alright, so-
But Black Ops 3 is very fun. People who disparage Call of Duty like just do so mostly because of the bandwagon stuff, or because they play the non-Treyarch games that are actually like
Stinky poo poo.
the Treyarch games are made with actual care.
They're made by people that want people to enjoy their games.
Yes.
Just guys trying to make a quota,
Yes.
which is a shame. They have to cut out the main single player store for the
For Black Ops 4, yes.
yeah.
Did you play Black Ops 3, Soda?
I played a little bit of
But no, like Soda says that he played the recent ones and still doesn't like them.
Oh, I played Black Ops.
Hey,
3.
it's like it's not for everyone. It's not going to be for everyone. But
I don't like the jump and sliding mechanics.
oh, I fucking love the jump and sliding
I don't-
mechanics.
Here's
Are
one
you
thing:
kidding
I
me?
don't like them because
So
the level design is not made for them.
The double design's totally made for them.
Well, it's made to traverse through them, but it's like the way you just play the game naturally. Like you just can't keep up with what's going on. Like, or at least I can't.
I've had difficulty keeping up, but I've been able to keep up with effort. But
I like Black Ops 2 though.
yeah. But it's all cool and fun and everything. So I just don't like when people jump on the bandwagons to
What about the bandwagon that is Bowsette?
Yes, okay,
Let us
now
talk
we can
about
talk
that.
about Princess Bowser.
Bowsette,
Oh,
Pizzer.
Oh
whatever you wanna
shit!
call her.
Actually, I wanted to talk
Yes,
about
we
Final
do need
Fantasy
to
14.
Let her
Fine.
talk. Actually,
Yeah,
that's
there.
something we all
Alright.
can talk about. So let's do
Yeah,
that.
because
I think we'll
we've
leave
started-
Princess Bowser for last, because we'll have.
we've
Yeah.
started talking. We've started all playing Final Fantasy 14. Most of us on free trials, but
Yes.
I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 for about a year and a half now. I am a level 70 warrior.
I'm doing healer because
do you
most of the other people here are
Because as you said, DPSs are stupid. Also, I'm playing DPS.
He's playing a monk.
I'm playing a
sorry.
pugilist. Yeah.
Pugilist.
I stopped playing for a while, but like I have like the first level into Dragoon and like I'm also playing a bard.
I'm
also
sorry,
learning to
Rose.
Play a bard.
It's fine.
What level are
If
you?
I ever do renew my
Sano?
account, just know that I'm like a paladin.
Let's see.
Like warrior, that sort of thing.
Oh my fucking god.
I kind of was just like I know I was a high enough level to where I can get that.
Rose
awful
posted a
terrible
picture of
poison
Todd
cave.
Howard. Sir Todd, may I have some Skyrim? Of course, Todd
Please
Howard
do-
handsomely.
I don't know if this will play well in the
I don't
in the
see it.
thing.
But
It's in
I
the Final Fantasy
it-
14 channel, but don't
Oh, God.
like
Okay.
do the whole
Todd
thing.
Howard, no.
Yeah.
That's just Todd Howard.
That's really funny.
Anyway,
I'm
but,
sure you can find it
what'd you,
on.
what'd you say, RMH?
Final
I couldn't hear you.
Fantasy
You are pretty low.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to increase your volume.
Yeah, I haven't changed my volume compared to before.
Oh.
What you're saying about Paladin?
Yeah, that's the class I use, like fighter, paladin, whatever.
Yeah, Paladin.
Tanky class.
Yeah, I play a tanky class 2 warrior.
That's it. That's what.
The one with the axe?
No, sword and shield.
That's Paladin.
Okay, yeah. Well, I haven't promoted yet since I haven't played.
It's
Oh, yeah.
Gladiator?
Years.
Gladiator, yeah.
Yeah, that's what
and
it is.
What do you play on? What was the highest level you got to?
I know I was just high enough to where I can get that terrible like poison cave level that everybody just runs
Oh,
through.
fucking 50. Fucking Arm Vale.
I might not have. It might have not been that high. I just know that I was in one of those that everybody.
You have to be at
And
least.
JS,
pretty
who
sure
is
you have
not
to be,
even
like,
out.
You gotta be like
And-
49 or something to run Arm Vale, I remember.
And JS, who is and JS, I feel is the major motivating factor behind those of us who hadn't played it before starting to play it.
Mainly because he started posting dumb names of players.
Yeah. Like within the past couple weeks, he's been talking more and more about 14.
Mainly because he's been talking about it in his channel, probably because I'm there, so he has somebody to talk about it now with.
Yeah, and now he's talking more about it, and now we're all talking about it because we're all playing it, and it's just fucking weird to see. I saw him we saw each other in game, and it's weird to see Kiba from Garo, with a fucking adorable kitten perched on his shoulder.
Yeah, that's
Aww.
great. I love the minions. I also have the Guro armor. I have the Executioner.
I wish I
I
had that.
I wish I
Good.
I have to find wherever the Lancer, I think it is, right?
Dragoon.
Well, whatever the one before it is, so I
Yeah.
can get to that, so then I can get Dragoon. So that I can
Lancer
get the
is
fucking.
in Gridania.
Okay.
It's in a snow city.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. So that
yeah,
I have.
Gridania is a forest.
I'm sorry.
I have
I meant Dragoon. The Dragoon's in a snow city.
No,
Yeah,
because Dragoon is until really later.
Yeah.
Well, I was a little.
Like,
Well,
Lupin-
I still like I do have my sights set on the Dan armor,
Wait, hold on. Let me check.
the
something
white
just real
Garo
quick.
armor.
I
white
don't
knight.
think I could really even go with the Garo armor because it would be kind of fucked up seeing a character called Urataro's Kamen Rider wear
Great
dressed as a
Garo
Red
armor.
Knight. Yeah.
Me, Urataro's Kamen Rider, the protagonist.
Yeah,
of Garo.
Rose just named her character Urataro's Kamen Rider, and
Yeah.
I think you said your logic was Crom Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
John
Well,
Toro.
it's-
Speaking of fucking which, when I was I just got to level 16, and I am doing the envoy stuff now. And as I was boarding the airship out of Ul'dan, I saw somebody named Robin Yelise, and they were dressed up like
As
fucking
a role player.
as close, yeah, as close to Robin from Awakening as they could
Oh
be.
my god. I wish they
Oh
were just
my
called Robin Fire Emblem.
But the fact that they're called Robin Yelise implies that they ship Robin Crom, and I'm like, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's one of the good ones.
And yeah, Final Fantasy XIV is a fantastic game. I need to catch up. I'm planning to resub this Friday when I have money. And I really hope you guys can sub at some point so I could help you go through some of the really cool shit, which sadly
Yeah.
doesn't start till a little bit later into the game. Specifically level 50, around there. And yeah. Let's see. What else? about 14. Anything else you want to talk about 14 about, Rose, since you were the one who started it?
Well, no, I mostly just wanted to start everyone else talking about
Yeah,
it.
it's a really great
okay,
game. You can get a free
it's-
trial that is unlimited up to level 35.
Well, it's okay. Unlimited implies
Unlimited
things.
playtime.
Yeah, you can
Mhm.
unlimited playtime up to level 35, and
But
once you
with
hit
a lot of features
keep
locked,
playing.
such as mainly a lot of the social features, such as sending friend requests, joining free companies,
using the market,
using the market board, like you can still
using
buy stuff,
mail.
being able to send mails to other players, but you can still DM
Or
them and stuff.
You can still DM them, but you can't send or
mail.
receive mail
Yeah.
because
Okay,
like,
so-
you interact with the Moogle and it tells you no.
If I can get a chance to speak up about
Sure.
something,
Yes.
since
Go
you've
ahead.
just been busy with Final Fantasy 14 and whatnot, going on, I only really have two things to talk about. First off, I mean, a Figma of mine came in today.
Oh yeah.
What?
A Figma? Well, a Figma
Of
who?
who? Who's the
Don't
second?
laugh at me for this.
No,
Say
don't.
it.
No, go
The
ahead.
Love Live one.
Oh,
Okay.
I also
Is it no
I
Zombie?
also got
No, it's one of the Sunshine ones.
Oh, then
Oh.
is it Johan, the best girl from Sunshine?
No, it's Chica,
Oh, which one's Chica
which
again?
means
She main girl?
orange hair. Yeah.
Orange hair, yeah.
I got also a Love Live Figma while I was at the convention.
Oh, who?
I don't know. I have a Figma. but it's not-
Kotori.
I-
Here's my thing. My love
have a-
of Kotori goes deeper than my enjoyment of Love Live.
Oh, wow.
Because I this is a character that I
It's my
I find
podcast,
precious.
Soda. I get to say it was banned or not. Soda, Love Live is not banned just because I really like Nozomi.
I have a Figma, but it's not. I have a
It's just
Figma.
Star uniform.
Anyways, like, also, you know how, like you were saying stuff about Eldritch Abominations and stuff for Black Ops Zombies?
Yeah.
Guess what's also starting to get into that turf?
What?
Love Live?
Payday 2.
Oh, wait. What? What about? Wait, how? I haven't played Payday 2 in a while. What?
The newest heist, like the two newest heists, the second newest one, like first has you basically breaking into Area 51.
Oh.
More Black Mesa, but still.
Yeah.
And like
I was
basically
hoping Love Live was dipping into Eldritch.
recovering some mysterious artifacts.
Nozomi becomes an old one and drives all the rest of the Love Live.
Kotori reveals she follows Nyx.
And then the newest heist is basically just go there's sort of like once you get like the item for it, which is just a black hexagon.
Oh.
It has its own language on it that people have decoded, and it's got some coordinates on it. That two are just 4 sets of coordinates, 3 of which are just to give reference for the real set, which is kind of sort of the coordinates for location in the Pacific Ocean farthest from any landmass,
Mm-hmm.
and also matches up with the general location of Relay.
Oh.
Rilia, however.
Yeah.
Dia
And
turns
also-
out to be a fish person.
Well, no, that would be Kanan for that. Come on. Get it
That's
right.
With how why did they pop this off before Halloween? This would have been perfect for
Well,
the.
no,
Yeah.
it's not done yet. I'm not
Oh.
done yet. Because then there's the implication that one of the characters, that like the dentist, is like a mortal.
There's always been the implication that like.
But like, no, it's stronger than ever. He's implied to be like Thomas Jefferson.
Why would no? Huh? Okay, for those who don't know, the dentist is played by the guy who plays fucking who was it on Breaking Bad? No,
Who?
the black guy with the glasses on
That's the elephant, I think.
no with the glasses. Hang on, I'm gonna
That's
The reason
the
I'm
Figma
yelling is
guy.
to fill in dead air.
Yeah, I gotta fill in the
I'm-
air with stuff.
I posted a
I mean, I
picture-
got
Gus Fring.
talking.
So
Continue
yeah, the
talking.
guy who plays Gus Fring on Breaking Bad plays the dentist.
Nice.
Yeah, the dentist is has been implied to play. He's at least been implied to be around since the burning of the White House.
Yeah.
Alongside giant.
He's the
giant entities.
the dentist is the one who gives you like the biggest of the heists. He gives you He's the contract
Golden
runner
Grid
for
and all
the
that.
Hotline Miami heist, which
And
is
Golden
preparation. Golden Grin for the Hotline Miami, Golden Grin, Big Bank, and the Diamond, right?
Yeah. But like, there's also the fact that it seems Jiro's son has been found.
Oh, Jiro's son. After we had that whole event to find Jiro's son and didn't.
Because he was found in the Area 51 heist.
Huh?
Murky Water.
What?
Yeah. Right out during the escape sequence, you can see him.
That's fucking nuts.
Like, and anyways, back onto the final thing. Like, basically, the final set of but there's mention of stuff like Ark of the Watchers in the newest heist. Nephilim as like giant entities.
What
and,
the
like,
hell?
And like the coordinates, which suggest that the next heist is going to be the frickin' White House.
Dude.
And not for money or anything, but for the Ark of the Watchers.
Oh my god. Oh, dude.
And like, hang on. Give me a minute. I gotta look up images.
You gotta add me on Steam so we can play that, RMH.
Yeah. Just give me a second to look up images. Try and fill the dead air however you can.
I will fill the dead air by saying that I did find my Final Fantasy XIV character, and it says I am a level 30 archer the last time I played.
Oh, huh. Okay.
You haven't even gotten turned into a bard?
No, not yet. No, I think I went to start as a dragoon, and then I saw like the problems dragoons have with like AoEs, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have a second class going, just so that way I can actually jump to another class if need be. So I picked bard.
Bard's fine, but there are a couple of classes that you're missing, like Machinist and Samurai and
Well, I don't have
Stormblood.
I mean, I don't have Stormblood. I mean, if you want to see what.
I've gotten the images.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you know how I mentioned the Nephilim and the giant figures?
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh.
What the? Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Wow.
This is good. Oh yeah, there's also implied a secret society. Well, not implied, outright stated to be a secret society older than America, older than the world as we know, like older than society.
What's this in?
This is in Payday 2.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Kataru or Takatu. No, Kataru. That's what.
No, Payday's lore goes deep, but it's never gone this deep this way before. Holy shit, dude.
Considering this is also a game with H3 in it.
Yeah, this is a game that
H3 and Gila.
Well, okay, yeah, fucking Ethan and Gila
later crossover.
Ethan and Gila Klein are in it. Goat Simulator crossovers in it. Ron Perlman is in it.
John Wick
and fucking Jimmy from
Hardcore Henry.
Still
gotta see that. But the thing is, if you think these Nephilim are only like part of myths of ancient time, since like Mesopotamia, as the backstory for the stuff implies, no, because if you manage to get outside the mansion that the heist takes place in, lightning flash,
fuck. Oh my god, there's one there.
Oh my god.
That's freaky as shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
And also Tony Montana.
Is that an Eldritch Hand?
Tony Montana from Scarface.
Also
also the thing
not
with
just
Tony
a hand,
Montana is it's implied that Scarface did happen as normal and Tony died, but somehow he's there, and I don't think it's properly explained why Tony is there as part of the crew.
I'm pretty sure it's just that like it's an impersonator or something, or like a descendant.
Also, funny thing,
Like
Tony Montana in the game is voiced by the guy who voiced him in Scarface: The World Is Yours. He's still voiced by that same voice actor. The same voice actor that what's his name? Oh my god! I hate that I'm forgetting literally everything.
Stop forgetting.
Al Pacino, yeah. The remember the story on the Crime Time episode of Scarface: The World Is Yours,
Yeah.
where they talked about how Al Pacino himself picked the guy who voices Tony in the game. That guy still also voices Tony in Payday 2. So that's really cool, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
that's pretty cool.
It's cool because that guy is the be-all end-all Tony Montana voice actor now.
Yeah.
because Al Pacino himself selected him.
Oh yeah. Also, one of the new playable characters added, is also implied to be a time traveler connected to all this.
Oh my god.
Are you talking about
Payday 2.
No, are you talking about what's his name? The guy with
Duke?
the Duke? Yeah.
Him.
I was wondering why we knew nothing. Why his character was so nothing, and it's apparently because all his story is coming later.
Yeah, he's implied to be from 1905.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I don't know anything about Payday, so these are just words to me.
Well, considering that this game that first off was just okay, go rob this bank.
Go rob banks.
Rob bank, get money, get better gear, rob bigger bank.
I want money.
Now it's okay, steal this ancient
Should we rob a
artifact.
bank?
Well, and the craziest that it got at one point was go
Meltdown.
steal it.
Well, I
No,
haven't talked
it was Meltdown, and Meltdown was go steal a thing. I don't know what the thing you're stealing is, and then you get there, and it's a nuclear warhead, and the guy Bane, who's the guy handling
play
it.
or something?
No, it's not. You gotta pay for it.
Okay.
No, but
it used to be free to play. That's what it was.
No, it was for a brief time. Yeah. But on Meltdown, you get there and you find out that the thing you're stealing is nukes. Is nuclear warhead, and you get there. And when you first see them, your characters all say "Holy shit!" and Bane goes, "Is that? Give me a minute," and then you hear him call Vlad and immediately go, "Vlad, what the fuck?" And you hear Vlad go, "No, he's fine. He's for clients in very, very far away place. Trust me, nothing bad happened." Vlad, you have different.
But yeah, shit started going down ever since the Reservoir Dogs happened.
Yeah, there was the Reservoir Dogs thing.
Where Bane got kidnapped.
Bane got kidnapped. There's the goat simulator thing where literally you have to. It's the goat simulator one was so dumb but so fun.
You gotta get goats stuffed with cocaine.
Goats who have
oh my god.
Cocaine mules, but they're goats, and
Oh my god.
and they literally get themselves in the most ridiculous places, like Goat Simulator,
including on top of a streetlight.
On top of a streetlight, or in the top floor of a burning building.
And then it's oh wait, no, technically Golden.
What?
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
He died.
RMH?
What?
You died.
He died for a
disconnected.
moment.
Okay, yeah, technically Golden Grin was a bit bigger than Meltdown since,
Golden Grins, you go into a casino.
And the stuff you were there to steal had Illuminati logos on it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember there's a fucking one of the latest ones. There's you're stealing from a museum, and you can break open a thing that has a mummified or an ancient.
Yeah, that's
body
the newest one.
Yeah, but you could break it open, and there's a fucking prompt that says "press F to pay respects," and you get an achievement. The Payday's always had a bunch of fun, hilarious. One of the first achievements in Payday 2 in one of the base game heists. fish AI. You have to throw a
A
fucking
bag of cocaine
a
into
bag
the
of
water.
cocaine into the water and watch the fish scatter. It's
That's
fucking
great.
yeah. Overkill's had a couple hiccups.
Yeah, I'm
the
aware.
fucking-
Well,
they had
it's less overkill, more like
We
Star
spent.
Cruiser 505.
Okay.
yes, that's right. But then
Okay.
Overkill went independent, right?
So
Yeah.
yeah.
And since
Star-
then, also, like they at some point, like last year, was it the safe house, the safe house update, right?
Because yeah,
Yeah,
the thing you
so
gotta
we
do to
had-
uncover
we
all the
had-
stuff
We had so like from the launch of the game in like 2014,
2011, I think.
20 no the launch of Payday 2.
2013, 2014.
2013, yeah, from the launch of Payday 2 in 2013, we had like a safe house in the back of like a dry cleaner's place, and every time you go there, they say oh, we're gonna make some improvements. Years, nothing, no improvements, and then they put out a video of Hoxton there at the safe house, and it's playing the message from Bane of I'm gonna add some features to let you improve it, and then Hoxton says, oh yeah, I'll fucking improve it, all right, and he just lights the place on fire and blows it up, and calls his old family butler, who is played by, I fucking hate that I'm forgetting everyone in the world's name.
I can look it up right now.
He's John Cleese. Yeah.
Oh my god, really?
John Cleese plays Hoxton's old
shit.
family butler, and and you set up a new safe house, and Aldstone, his name is, he's there, and you can talk to him, and he has a bunch of witty, goofy comments and stuff.
Oh my god.
Okay, guys,
That's-
I want.
And in the trailer for it, he even makes a jab at Overkill for the fucking loot box shit that they did.
Yeah, the safes.
The safes, yeah.
Guys, I want to read you a headline, and I want you to answer what do you think this is? What this is? Is this real or
Okay.
fake? J.K. Rowling announced Voldemort's pet snake is actually a Korean woman.
I know that's real. I've already heard about
yeah.
that.
It's
Oh.
real. It's real.
That's super real.
It's super
That, you know what? It's stupid, but in the context of Harry Potter, that makes perfect sense.
I don't think it makes
Does it?
context.
Does it?
I'd believe it. Nothing in Harry Potter makes sense, but I'd believe it.
That's
Yeah.
a bit bullshit even for Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's
But-
super
but it's
real.
not-
Just as bullshit
bullshit
as,
and
wizards just
gay.
shitting their pants and whisking it away.
Voldemort's
Wizards
gay is
shit their
stupid
pants and
because-
magic it away, or Dumbledore's,
Anyway.
I mean, Dumbledore being gay is at least
can I
somewhat
go on
believable.
to my
Yeah.
thing I want to talk about?
Okay, sure, go.
Anyway, because you guys were talking about Payday for 30 minutes.
Oops.
Oops.
My thing is
I never got to talk about Payday people.
my thing is that this week I bought Neo for PC.
Oh, Huh.
Nice. It's a very I've only beaten the first area in it. It's very interesting. Its gameplay is very not. It's Dark Souls, but it has a few differences like high, low, and mid stances for your swords or weapon, and it affects how you move and stuff. The biggest thing that I'm having to get used to is having to press X to dodge instead of circle, and it's really weird. The thing that blew my mind the most is that after you finish the first mission, I was expecting a Dark Souls thing. It's like, hey, go to the next area and go to the hub area. But no, it says mission complete. And you were taken to a world map where you had to decide where you had to go to next. And it's just really baffling because I was just expecting straight Dark Souls, like, go here. But no, it's like, here's the world map. And, like, it's really crazy. And I actually I like it. It's Japanese, so I'm a big weeb and I really like the design of shit. And, it's really cool. And, like, when you die, you keep your items. Like, if you didn't use your... Like, you keep your health potions and stuff. Which is kind of something I wish Bloodborne would do, so I wouldn't have to farm fucking blood vials for 20 minutes... for an hour. And, the second thing is actually something I wasn't planning to talk about till last night because I just started watching this one anime that's I believe from 2017, and it's called A Ho Girl.
Oh no.
Oh, Aho Girl. Yeah.
Yes.
No,
I
no.
never watched this anime.
I've heard of
before.
it. It's about just a girl who's dumb.
It's a girl it's about a girl who has I have a feeling has a mental
Mental
condition.
disability.
A
Mental
disability.
condition.
Like
Yeah, I have a friend who really fucking hates it.
I've only seen
I
the first 2
love it.
episodes and a couple clips from other episodes, but I fucking
I've
love this
seen a couple
anime.
clips from. I've seen
I
a couple
love it.
clips from Aho Girl of her being.
Basically,
Like-
the thing that gets me the most is that the 2 main characters is the main character who's just a fucking idiot girl who's basically a monkey. She loves bananas. And the second main character is a dude called A-kun, who is her childhood friend, and he fucking despises her.
He hates her, and he will just.
He will physically
Physically-
like punch her in the face when she's being too
Oh,
much of a
no.
fucking
Yeah.
idiot.
Yeah.
Like one of the first things to see him do is he gives her a suplex.
The first thing you
Yeah.
see her do is give her a fucking uppercut to the jaw.
Oh, well, okay,
Jesus.
then it's one of the things that he does is he
Yeah.
does.
He
give her-
does. He does like full on fucking on her.
Wrestling moves. The thing is that it is played for comedy, so she's fine afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's mostly because like if this were any other anime, I feel like he wouldn't do that. He'd just be like, she's an idiot and be all tsundere. But he actually like actively despises her.
He's
Like-
actually just like ah.
Fuck you! Like, there's a scene in the first episode where he goes to wake her up at her house, and she's like basically in her bra and panties, and she wakes up and
Oh my
she's like,
god.
yeah, and he literally like spits on her because like fucking fuck off. I don't have time for this. Like a really like disgusted spit, like
Yeah.
and it's fucking great. I kind of love A-kun, but he's a fucking asshole.
He's the one character you can relate to
Because
in this whole situation.
just
Because
hard
she's
to
so
deal with.
stupid.
She's hard to deal with.
Oh, wait till you get to the antics involving her mom.
Oh, I've seen some of them. There's this line in the show where they bring a normal girl to the house that's not a complete idiot and just kind of normal. And the girl is talking to her, is like, I'm not actually interested in boys. Or I'm not interested in dating right now. And the mom says, sluttiest line in the book. Which is a great line.
Like, oh, it goes even further than
Oh
that.
yeah,
There's-
but thanks to her, he's kind of asexual now. Because there's a girl, the student council president really wants to jump
Yeah.
on his bones, but he's just like, I don't give a shit.
No, because she's also just being super creepy about it.
Oh
and
yeah,
he's
she's being super creepy about it because
This deep Aho Girl lore.
deepest.
Aho
There is
Girl-
some.
Aho
There's
Girl
like
lore
there's
is
one episode
really
where they
deep.
like have a flashback to when they first met, and like she breaks into his room and demands food.
What?
She's like, give me something good to eat. And he's like, here, have this fucking banana. And she's like, is that a yellow dick? And she's like, no, it's a banana. And then she eats the banana. He's like, this is the best thing ever. We're gonna get married. And he's like, no, leave me alone. And then he starts training to beat her up so she could leave him alone. Like, he starts doing, like, Rocky training. Just like, I'm gonna kick her ass.
Rocky training just to beat up this annoying idiot.
Yeah. It's fucking great. I kind of love it. I want to watch more of it.
Oh, you're gonna even love the beach episode where it's
I've
just
seen
like
the clip from
Oh.
that.
Yeah. Once we're done this, just hit should probably hit me up so that after we're done with the podcast, just hit me up so in case you want to know what my Steam thing is.
There is also another game that I did buy while I was at the convention,
What was it?
and it is relevant to the podcast. It is Kamen Rider Climax Fighters.
Oh,
yeah.
neat.
I've been wanting
Which
to
is-
get
it's a-
that.
It's
Yeah,
I've
not-
also been wanting to get that.
there's not really a lot of single player.
I own it.
Oh.
Not really a lot of single player stuff to do.
Yeah, that's not.
But from
No.
the gameplay alone, I honestly really like it. It's what I wish Dissidia would have just done.
Yeah,
You mean
it's
the
pretty
newer
fun.
Dissidia or the classic Dissidia?
Yes, the new Dissidia.
Yeah, the new Dissidia is bleh.
Yeah.
I wish
okay.
they-
The best thing is about it. Characters
lot
run
of this.
super fast paced. They have a ton of movement options.
Yeah.
You have a little run meter, so that way, so you can't like just run the whole time. And it also, I think it also affects your dash. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. And
No.
Another one is that the areas you fight in are really small.
Yeah, so it's easy to because that's a big problem with Dissidia 2017 or 2018.
I hope that Climax Scramble has 1, more stages than Climax Fights, and 2, more single player content.
and 3, more riders, because what they're introducing is a bit too little, because it's like
it's just Cross, Geiz, Gates,
Zi-O.
and Zi-O apparently.
Yeah, and
why are they not?
And
why are they
also
not-
Build Genius.
Build Genius,
Build's
like,
Build's
already in the
updated to
game.
have.
Yeah.
But Build had
Build
no
is updated
forms.
to have all his
Build had no forms. Not even. He had no forms up till before.
He didn't even have Rabbit Tank Spark.
No,
He does. No, he doesn't even. He doesn't even. Was light
in
I don't
Climax
think.
Fighters,
I think the most he
he does
has-
have his forms.
No, he has.
Climax.
I
No,
think at most he
in
has,
Climax
like,
Fighters, the most he has is up to Pirate Train.
that's-
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
he
what I
doesn't
meant.
even have Octopus left. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's like 5 forms. And I think his like super form in Climax Fighters is like he can switch between them freely or something.
No,
Yeah, no,
it's
it's-
just a finisher.
Oh.
It's
can
just a
flip between
finisher
them
of
freely
he just
anyway,
rapid fires through them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And his other thing, the rider action thing, which is usually like their mid-grade form.
Yeah, like
is
Maximum
just
Mighty
He
X.
can jump. It's just he can jump far.
Yeah, I could
Yeah,
jump.
And like Deno is a it's liner form
Yeah.
because no guys, the real final form of Deno is
It
Climax.
is Climax though. It's the
It's
cooler
not.
one. It's the cooler
It's not.
one.
What do you mean?
but
it's-
Liner's
what do you
the way
mean?
cooler one.
Liner's
Mine
so
is
much
cooler.
better.
Climax form is way better. Cause it has
No,
all the-
no.
Yeah, it has all of them.
Liner
Oh,
form
no.
is way cooler.
Liner-
Liner
is
form has all of
Ryotaro's-
them as a weapon.
Liner is Ryotaro's final form.
Yes.
Climax is the
Is all
the
of their
Imagine.
final form.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like
But I just like the look of Climax form and the theming of Climax form more than Liner form.
yeah, well V skill is the I'm
Yeah, I
actually
know.
calling it V skill is the liner is the
Fuck
liner
V
form.
skill. Fuck
Which-
Street Fighter 5.
I'm sorry, it's just I can't help it. But like
I know. I
it
just
does
hate Street
it,
Fighter.
I don't know if it's an instant kill, but every time I use it on an opponent, their health bar just like depleted. So I don't know if it was just like it does just big damage or it's an instant kill. If
Which
you hit
one?
Wait, what?
It. The liner form.
Oh.
Oh,
If you hit with it. I didn't play everyone. I played a little bit of the X-Aid.
Kabuto's broken as shit.
Yeah.
Even if you don't cast off,
He's just.
there's a single player thing that I was having huge trouble with where you have to fight Kabuto and he wouldn't even cast off half the time and I'd still have a really hard time dealing with him.
Yeah, I've heard that Kabuto's super
Oh,
broken, and I don't know if that's really appropriate or not.
Well,
It's not.
Well,
It's-
for
no, it's the
no,
most
but like
appropriate in story. He's
it's
the strongest.
appropriate for
It's appropriate
but-
in story, but not in a game
Well,
where
yeah,
every character should be
obviously
fun and
nothing.
playable.
A character being broken isn't appropriate for any
Duh.
game. Duh.
Duh.
It's like
but-
Sanji having a 99% damage reduction against every female character in this One Piece fighter.
is that a
I
real
think
thing?
That's a thing.
That's a real
That's a
thing.
in fucking I believe it's the Muso games.
I think
Holy
it's in
shit.
an actual fighting game that
I don't think
that
so
it
because
happens
I
in.
remember playing the older fighting games and being able to damage.
It
them.
wasn't an older one. It
Wait,
wasn't an
hang
old
on.
one,
When
it's
you
one
say
of the newer
Sanji has a
ones.
99% reduction, you mean he does less damage or they do?
He does
damage?
less damage
He does.
Okay.
He does. He
minimal.
does 1% of his damage against women.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Because he respects women.
He respects women.
Okay.
Well, it's like
Serious.
So you
is
said Sanji
terrible.
on this podcast, so Zed, you have to put you
Again?
have to put the
Picture.
first Sanji picture up
Again?
on the stream again.
Yeah,
Damn
just
it.
put it there.
Gonna have to
Yeah,
I still have to
I'm
figure out an
sorry.
ending thing for this. Because I had to figure out because I don't know if I could top everything's coming up.
The
Mad
cursed
Road.
picture of Yukiochi as
Let's
Sanji.
we just need to do
Yeah.
another Simpsons one.
Yes. For
No,
anyone who
no,
doesn't
wait.
know, for anyone who doesn't get
Yukiochi,
why
who
this
plays
Utsu-
plays
Kamen Rider Mad
Utsumi,
Rogue.
yes,
Kamen Rider Mad Rogue.
there that he was Sanji in a One Piece stage show.
Stage thing.
Yes. I have more pictures of it now, but I'm not going to post them or show them on the stream or anything. But Yeah.
Could I use your brother's shitpost of Mad Rogue? 'Cause
Sure,
I fucking
I'll
love that.
I'll ask him.
Alright, we still need to do the Simpsons one where it's Sogo, then Waz, and then Gates
Oh
as
yeah,
the cute
the-
lambs.
The sheep. Yeah.
yeah.
Because that one's just so good.
Yeah.
on how
I'm
we
not gonna be
responded
using
to it.
Gates though.
Why?
No.
No, I mean as the
Why do
cutest
you-
one.
But he is.
He's
He
not.
is.
He's not.
He is the best.
What the fuck do you have against a perfect Terminator
He's-
boy?
I don't like the Tsundere writers.
He's
as
not
much.
just. He's just
not
Sun.
No, he's gonna be Tsundere because he relates to fucking Hero.
He's a good boy. Leave him alone.
I'm
has
just saying he
every
can't be
right
the
to
cutest.
Tsundere.
He can't be the cutest sheep.
He is though.
No, he's not.
Okay, who are
Yes,
you gonna
he
put
is.
then?
Emu, because Emu's always the cutest.
No.
No.
That
Oh,
doesn't make
that's
sense. He's not even a
so-
Zi-O character.
I'm gonna put Tsukiyomi because she's actually adorable.
No.
No!
The joke.
It's
Doesn't
my
work.
it's my podcast, and who's the one editing this?
Fuck you.
Who's gonna be the one making this fucking shit post?
I won't let you use my brother's shit post if you do
Oh,
that.
that's a
Well, no,
Dreamcast.
if I can use your brother's shit post, then I'm not gonna even do the sheep.
Well,
one.
you can do the gate. You can do the gate sheep one next time then.
You mean the Tsukiyomi sheep one?
No, I don't.
It's my podcast.
Well, we just need to learn how to do video editing like that. just
I'm-
and then
that we
hack
can
his
put it in.
account.
You can't hack my computer where I'm gonna be
I'm
doing
co-
it.
We're gonna mind hack you so that you will put the good
We're gonna
opinion.
time jack.
Mind hack.
I'm doing that right now!
You're gonna take the Odyssey ride watch and make it into me.
Yeah.
Don't make me into another Odyssey, please.
No, you have to.
You're going to, so that way we can get our Gates as a little cute sheet.
Oh,
Yeah, he's the
not even
cutest.
that cute.
I'll only
Oh
accept.
yeah, just a quick thing. Since we are nearing the end of the podcast, this is more for
Yes.
anticipation for the next one. I have made a Gmail account so you can send shit to us if you want to ask
Yay.
questions and stuff. It is hypercastoffpodcast@gmail.com because hypercastoff is actually already taken.
Wow.
$10
Mm.
mail to us.
Yeah, but hypercastoffpodcast@gmail.
I can't wait. I can't wait
That's
for us
Hypercast
to.
Off podcast.
Yeah. Okay. No, we can't steal their bit.
No, you need to make. No, it's not even a bit. You have to make sure that's very clear.
It is hyper
Okay.
cast off, no spaces, no capitalization, just hyper cast off podcast@gmail.com.
Yes, but you were doing it in the way
yeah,
they
you were
did
doing it as Pat says it.
I was doing a radio read.
Man, come on.
It was Pat. We know you can't fool us. Anyway, but yeah,
sorry.
if you want to send us email so you can have your question read on the podcast, it could sound like this.
Did we get one?
No.
Can we just make it a question
Fucking
about
course we
Bowser?
did.
Question:
Oh yeah.
Why
what do you
is
guys
Gates
think
the best boy?
from Dreamcast at ZDreamcast.com comes, what do you guys think about Zed? I think Princess Boo is better.
As
I think everyone's
that
like.
is a big load of shit.
as an
I
incredibly
think everyone
horny-
else is a. I think everyone else is a fucking coward because people prefer pale-skinned, blonde-haired,
Yeah, it's
blue-eyed.
better when
Those
it's
are
dark skin with
uh,
redhead.
Yeah,
dark skin,
I-
redhead,
I-
red-eyed.
I-
I'm fine with both. I prefer the blonde, but I am not against the redhead.
I prefer the redhead personally.
I think Bowser is great. I
Although
think
we're reaching
Queen
that
Boo's
point,
great.
we're
However,
reaching that
Nin-
point in a meme's lifespan.
My
where
favorite
people
one-
are starting to just be that kind of like.
yeah, my
Contrarian
favorite
person.
one is actually a. I don't have a link to it on Twitter or anything. I guess people just have to find it on
No.
Google or whatever because I don't really want to put
I will be right back.
uncredited art in the stream. But it's a one that someone did of a Ninja from Super Mario Bros. 2 because I've always loved ninjas and it's just a really cute one. So that's my favorite one.
Mm.
I mean, I think Booette is kind of okay, but really just
Queen
a-
Boo.
Whatever. whatever. But either way, this whole shit is just bleh to me.
Coward.
Excuse me if I have taste.
How dare you?
I hate you.
Do you at least agree that Gates is best boy?
Yes.
Good.
This
Good.
is fact. This is fact.
It is a fact. Gates is the best boy.
And
Do
we can
not
say
vote.
this all we want, and Zed can't stop us.
He's gonna edit it.
Gates is best boy. Gates is best
He's
boy.
super
Gates is
gonna
best
edit
boy.
this out.
He's gonna say Gates is not best boy.
Oh, don't give him the clip!
No!
You idiot!
You fool!
You know, I clearly said it to her. It
Oh.
sounds like it's edited. Like Gates is not best boy.
Stop giving him the clip! No! Stop it! So, well, with Zed gone, the podcast no longer has any. Oh shit!
Wait, what?
Oh no!
What, are you guys,
Cops are here! Run!
what were you guys saying?
Even now, the evil seed of what you have done germinates within you.
Nothing. Don't worry.
Nothing.
about
What are you
it.
guys
Nothing
talking
at
about?
all.
You guys do realize I could listen through all this, right?
Yes, we do.
And you guys,
No, you can't.
I'm the one editing this bullshit.
No, you're
We
not.
know.
It's my dog. My dog is editing it. She's very good.
No,
with
she's
software.
not. My
Editing.
dog's editing it.
What a talented boy.
My girl, number one.
Yeah.
I,
Well,
My dog is a girl. Her name is Harriet.
my dog's
a
name is
talented
Wendy.
girl.
And she's a bitch.
My dog's full name is Harriet Callahan.
My
Actually,
dog's
fun
name
story. When we first got her, her name was Bindi Sue. Because the guy who used to own her really liked Steve Irwin's daughter,
Mm.
oh.
and
Phrasing?
it was a really annoying name to say, so we just decided to change her to a name that kind of sounded. So we named her Wendy.
Oh.
Are you sure you don't want to retract that statement of really liked Steve Irwin's daughter?
No, he
Yeah,
said he wanted to
phrasing.
marry her.
Hmm.
Yeah.
How? Wait. Okay. Hang on. I don't remember how old.
To change the subject, I also have a dog, and his
She's
name
like
is Dudley.
23. Or
I don't
something.
have a dog. I wish I did.
My dog is also a boxer. So yeah, I tricked my parents into giving him a Street Fighter dog name,
What's his dog's name again?
Dudley.
Dudley.
Nice.
That's
He's
a good
boxer
name.
dog.
Dudley's just a good name for a boxer in general. Dog.
Yeah.
Like
And she's
without.
probably going to be coming up the stairs because he can probably hear me talking.
Aww.
Oh, Dudley.
No, he won't be able to. He won't be able to hear you. I'm wearing headphones.
He's a good boy. He'll hear us.
He is a good
He's
boy.
a good boy. He'll hear us
He's a good
calling
boy.
him in his
You're
heart.
all bragging about your dogs, but you ain't seen nothing with my cat.
I don't
I
have,
have
a
cats.
pet.
I have cats as well.
Because, like, my cat basically acts like a dog.
I have no pets. All I,
I have
is
cats,
a
and
shrimp
they're
wash.
they're the most adorable things ever, but they're pricks.
They're not domesticated is the problem.
Not mine. Mine
Cats
sucks up
domesticated
to me all the time.
themselves.
Did you say that, Rose? But they're not. They still have their wild animal tendencies.
Yeah.
Like there's just points in like a cat's day where they're just like running around all over the place because
Oh
it's just
yes, absolutely, because they'll just go. "Brr."
Yeah, that's just them clocking up.
So one time, my mom and I were sitting on the couch and we were like watching something on TV, and one of our cats just goes in that mood, and so he starts tearing through the house, and in two jumps up onto the table beside the couch, onto the table beside the couch, and jumps clear over my mother and I.
Oh my god.
And lands on the other arm of the couch, and keeps going.
Oh my god.
Is it
Oh,
just me, or have we've been running a bit long?
Yeah.
We have been running
we
a bit
have
long.
been. We've been rambling a lot.
We've
Yeah,
been rambling a
we
lot,
should
especially me and RMH about payday.
Yeah.
What happened?
We've just been going for a little while, long while, so we need
this
to.
podcast is really, really
We need to
long.
wrap up.
Yeah, we
need to wrap
up. There's nothing left to really talk about. I gave that thing. I think I said my opinion on Bowsette. I prefer Princess Boo.
Yeah.
Princess
Yeah.
Boo's great.
Okay. And then that's it. Okay, we're
Okay.
round up next
Yes.
week when we see Takusuka.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see who they pick to replace
And hopefully by next week
Gintaro.
we will have gotten back to the hell that is
Yeah.
reading.
Yeah.
Goro.
Also, I do hope we do
Yeah.
get some emails for the podcast.
Yeah.
I also hope we get some emails for the podcast.
We
but
should
I'm
probably put that on
preparing-
the Toku channel or something.
Yes.
Yeah, they want
But
us
I'm
to-
also preparing myself for when we
Disappointment.
inevitably
All
don't.
right, so bye everybody.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
You ugly, hate-filled man. Hey, I may be ugly and hate-filled, but what was the third thing you said?